It doesn't work from the end.
Oh, right. When they did the toss, we'll go on, eh? Yep. Blue boot, Brady Bryce, blue boot.
Very good afternoon and welcome to Marty Bush for this preliminary final of the McDonald's BFNL season. It's Darley versus East Point. Well, East Point, the dominant of the two sides throughout the season, losing just the 3 games. Darley lost 5 in the home and away and fell well short of Melton last week. East Point, they went down to the Bloods in the qualifying final and were forced to go via a meeting with Ballarat, which they were lucky to get away with in the end. But they're here, and deservedly so, and they'll start warm favourites despite a chilly day here. Just under 9 degrees. Feels much less than that. We're out here enduring the elements, but I'm not on my own, thankfully, as Clark Whelan and Grant McMillan join us for this afternoon. Welcome, boys.
Thanks, Todd. Good to be with you.
Thanks.
Fresh afternoon we got here in Ballarat, but and a freshening breeze blowing left of screen will favour the teams kicking left of screen all day. Probably 2 or 3 goals, I'd reckon.
Yeah, East Point won the toss and will kick to the left of screen, so Darley essentially chasing the game from the outset. Macca really looking forward to, East Point made the prelim last year. Darley took the short way home and went straight into the grand final, so both sides familiar with the finals action. They've been at the right end of the BFNL ladder for the best part of the last 10 years.
Afternoon to you, Toddy, and the listeners. Yeah, they certainly are very experienced final sides, both very well coached sides. I mean, Dan Jordan and Joe Carmody, very experienced Ballarat Football League people as players and coaches in their own right. So, whilst the conditions might not lend itself to a heavy tactical battle, there'll still be certain things that they want to put in place to make sure that they can play the way they want to play.
Well, the service is in terrific nick, given the indifferent conditions or rain pattern that we've had over the last month. It's quite a firm deck, Clark.
Yes, we're very interested to see how firm it was, and it is. It's a true dry under the surface. It'll be slippery on top, but just looking at the way the reserve grade moved the ball up and down the field, I think these senior grade players won't have any trouble scoring at either end, but there's definite advantage blowing to the scoreboard end.
Big welcome to our listeners tuning in right around the world. In fact, we've got a crew from California in the US, Seattle, Washington, so we're not short on international interest. Of course, a few from Sweden, and we've even got one from Kenya tuning in. They've got fine weather and 27 degrees there, if you don't mind, but it'd be nice to be playing there, but that not the case. He is at the moment in Mufu Wombo, which means Mosquito River. So thanks for tuning in, and very surprised you're getting a reception there nonetheless, but we hope you can enjoy what's about to unfold in front of us here. It's Darley taking on East Point. They're 1-1 in head-to-head battles. Geez, it feels like, it's almost a season ago that the two met in the season opener, where Darley won convincingly, and then East Point went on that run of 13 or 14 undefeated games before they coughed up their last home and away game against the Ballarat. So this will be their 6th game in a row against top 6 opposition, and their 3rd in difficult conditions. Will that hinder or favour East Point, do you think, Macca?
Well, when you look at their performance against the top 6 sides, Todd, their first quarter's actually been the best quarter of their performance. They're plus 50 in their first quarters, and then plus 36 in their second quarters. So, if East Point can make the use of this breeze and get off to a flyer, it could put Darley on the back foot. So the first quarter is going to be a real test for the Devils to be able to minimise that damage and then reload themselves in the second quarter. Really looking forward to seeing how the Devils cope with their ball use. It's been under pressure against the stronger teams, Clark, and none more so than last week against Melton, with some 88 turnovers for the game. As the siren sounds to get play underway in this preliminary final, live via Marty Bush at the BFNL match centre. Hovey started in the ruck against Van Meel. Kenny came off half forward, hot footy early, got the first touch, short kick, went in the Taylor direction. Experienced finals campaigner tackled, umpire let it go. Another touch early for Kenny. Quick hands got it to Molan. Nervous hand pass to Johnson, caught, pinged, umpire called play on. Let the game go, and he'll come in and effect the ball up on half-forward broadcast sign for East Point.
Yeah, Impey's lined up in the goal square for Darley.
At the restart, Hovey in best 5 of 8 games, and all 5 of those against top 6 opposition. Now Molan with another nervous hand pass, turnover opportunity, and a rare inside 50, you'd imagine, for this afternoon. Into the breeze from Denham for the Devils. Smoke and Joe Fraser picked up the footy, tackled and taken over the ground for a boundary throw-in. 50 metres around from the Darley goal.
Good tackle by Wright. Good pressure to force a stoppage right on the Darley 50-metre line.
Opening minute here at Marty Bush. Big crowd in attendance. Season on the line stuff. Progression to the grand final for the winner. Mad Monday lament for the loser. The gather was terrific from Adam Azzopardi, dribbling ball inside 50. Clean bowls for Terry, gathered by Q. Quick hands, got it to Brown. He released the footy. Only as far as Adam Azzopardi, who carried the ball over the line for a boundary throwing.
Hovey's been strong for the last month or so in these clinches for Darley, so it'll be interesting to see how he stands up today. Another big test.
Be interesting to see how long the sun hangs in today. Streaming down on Marty Bush at the moment. Boundary throw in. Pushed under the ball was Hovey by Van Meer. Won the tap, gathered by Bewley. Took on the would-be tacklers, no prior. Right call from the umpire, Macca.
Interesting to see Billy Myers is playing +1 in defence for Darley as well, so be interesting to see how well he can read the play and intercept any attacking moves that East are making.
That one by Hovey, ground level ball, gathered by Adam Azzopardi. Quick answer, Baker got it to Andy Azzopardi. Awkward kick inside 50, shallow entry. Good smother from Adam Azzopardi. Started well, the Ginnivan lookalike. Gathered there by Mitch Ward. High kick into the breeze, you can see it holding up. Right presents, got a bit of it. Ground level ball. Went through the hands of Ronald Ronas, fell into the hands of Spiteri, quick across the face. Turnover opportunity, and they'll get the spread. Filmer, who goes wide looking towards Taylor. But he ran out of space over the line for a boundary throw-in.
So it's a big wind, Todd, but you still need to be skillful on your exit from the defensive 50 to create the chain. That one just eluding the wingers there. Throw in.
So it'll be Hovey and Van Meel. Outer side of the ground gets its first part of the action. Top one by Hovey. Chance here for Johnson. Kick smothered. Well done, Bewley. Gathered by the opposing number 2 in Rodham Moronis, who fed the ball forward to Taylor. Stopped and propped and sent it in the Geordie Johnson direction. Zane Lahure's got the job on him. Awkward kick with the outside of the right boot. Bouncing ball. Did anyone touch it? I don't think so. And East Point get the opener here at Marty Bush.
Great play there by Johnson. Very dangerous player. Knows where the goals are. Good in one-out contests. And, you know, with the conditions that have aided there, you know, slippery ground, the ball just bounced straight and McDougall just let it go through.
Yeah, you'll certainly get some territory gain coming in from that outer side with that breeze, Clark.
Yeah, you will, because that was a total shank, looking for the full forward. But it was a straight shank, and that's what you need. And the ball bounced truly.
Only one of the few players that can do that. Geordie Johnson, quite the X-Factor player. Former Geelong VFL listed talent. Ball up, Toby won the tap. Soccering there was Filmer. Meant for Jones, couldn't gather hot footy. Inglis held without it. Umpire called play on. Rushing the ball forward was Baker. Got it to half forward. There'll be a stoppage. So we'll get all the elements this afternoon here as we'll endure it with the players out here on the balcony at Marty Bush. As Rodham Moronis got the clearance. The mark was taken there by Myers as Geordie Johnson threw himself forward wanting a free kick, but denied by the umpire. The kick from Myers will be cut off by Willems, the youngster. Under 19 product, good hands.
It was a push in the back.
He went
Johnson.
short. Inglis got an important hand on it. Only went as far as Cairns. They got numbers here. East Point through Jeffrey. Dribbling ball forward. Gather from Myers was clean. Set the ball in towards the Hovey direction. The stretch was good. And he did well, the big man, marking that ball into the breeze. Not as easy as it seems. He'll play on and he'll go out wide there looking towards right and Impey. Impey the fly couldn't gather, went to ground. Gathered there by Fraser. Searching hand pass. Attack on the footy was good there by Inglis. The umpire will come in and effect a stoppage. Near half forward broadcast side for the Devils.
The +1 had the effect there, Todd. Myers behind the footy was able to mark and make a successful clearance from defence.
Tap one by Van Meel. Joel Cadman gets his first touch across the body. An important one at that, near the attacking 50. Shark there by Baker. Through traffic he went. Got an important touch. Left foot kick inside 50 from the side right. Ground ball opportunity. Couple of big men there. It's an East Point play down. He's hurt. And it's Fraser. He's getting up a little bit gingerly. I think he might be a right bit of a stinger.
Yeah, it's a collision knock there to the quad.
So Darley in attack into the breeze. Ball up. Tap one by Van Meel.
Denham presented, couldn't gather. Rodamaronis could, then he was tackled, took on the tackle, threw it away. Ground ball opportunity now for Johnson, who's bailed up. Whistle imminent. There'll be a ball up just outside the 50 for the Devils, who trailed by the 6 points on the back of that goal to Johnson. Speaking of Geordie, tick over 6 minutes gone opening term. Tap one by Hovey. The gunner was good from Mitch Ward. Got it to Cadman. Speaking of Joel, tumbling left foot kick. Confused all players. Ground ball, Nolan gathered. Gave it over to Slater. Awkward looking kick gathered by Bewley. Standing start. Just threw it onto the right boot. Went forward. Impey couldn't gather. Ground ball, and he has a party, shoveled it out to Denham. Through traffic on the non-preferred right.
Found him.
And the kick was okay and found Adam as a party.
That's a good effort by Denham on his non-preferred. He just got the 15 metres. Umpires paid the mark. And this will be a very good indicator about the scoring.
Played on, gave it to Myers. Got plenty on the kick.
Oh, he's kicked that.
Into the breeze, 45 metres out Myers.
Wow.
The water response, and they come from everywhere.
So, Mako, the +1 in defence, running forward, they're unmarked.
It's just something that you've got to keep an eye on, you know, when any player's going back and shooting for goals. But players that are standing around that can kick the distance, you know, the defensive side have always got to be on alert in that situation. And, you know, to his credit, Myers, you know, that's a fair kick into this breeze because it's pretty substantial.
There's only 2 Darley players that could have done that. Billy Myers one. 1B Bewley the other. Scores locked together, goal apiece. Hovey released the ball by hand, got it inside half forward. Merritt off half back, quick hands is okay to Van Meel. High up and under kick beyond the middle of the ground, presenting there was Molan. Drop what he should have taken. Shark there by Baker, tumbled the ball forward. Aerial presence right, couldn't gather. Soccering off the ground there was Spiteri, hopeful rather than anything else. Hot footy, gathered by Matricati, then dispossessed. Force it. Umpires picked out a free kick here. That's going to go the way of East Point.
That pressure's been great by both sides, Todd, to open the game.
So Q went short to Merritt, who's the old school designated kicker. They love to go short to Merritt, who indeed responds with a long, awkward-looking kick, really, but got the territory to Robinson, who presented, couldn't gather. The tap was clever from Denham. Baker was half an effort on the non-preferred.
Yeah, he didn't get enough on it.
Shark there by Robinson, coughed it up to Ward. High up and under kick. Ball holds up into the breeze. Umpire will pay the mark. Beyond half forward it goes. Slater. Tackled there by Fawcett. Good forward pressure there from the Devils to square away a stoppage just outside their attacking 50.
Tackling's been good by both clubs. Good technique.
Near 9 minutes gone, opening term, goal apiece. Hovey won the tap. Gardner needed to be cleaner, went to ground. Thought I heard a whistle, but it was coming from over the back of the net ball, if you don't mind. There'll be a ball up on half forward.
Yeah, contact.
At the restart, tap one by Hovey, got it inside 50. Gardner just applies the pressure and doesn't concede. As Clark, you spoke of that technique, especially with the head basically near in the hands. It's very easy to overcommit. Hovey won the tap, got it to Matty Johnson, one of the favourites for the Hendo, and the kick was good. It favoured Robinson, who didn't break stride. Looked inboard to Rodamaronis, took a while to pick it up, but ran onto his right boot. Squaring kick, Brady Ward needs to be hard at it. Gathered there by Zane Lahoure. Devils off the hook, the kick was okay and found Andy as a party.
That's a good mark.
He
under
took
pressure.
a confidence-building mark. The kick was poor. Put Baker under the pump. They got numbers in the hot spot. Kenny sent it forward. McDougall at the back went to ground. Matty Brett leading into the race for the ball. T2 and Robinson. And Crawford ensures it finds its way over for a throw in 35 metres around from the East Point goal.
If you're going to switch into that corridor lane, Todd, you've got to make sure that you're hitting a target at all times, because it becomes a pretty quick turnover and avenue to goal if you don't.
Really got to kick through the footy to get the power. Throw in. It'll be Van Meel with front spot. Hovey at the back. Was a shallow throw in. Baker got the clearance. Left foot kick across the body. At the back,
Great,
the flies
yeah.
Materi. Early mark of the day candidate.
Such a clever player. I'm not sure that he'll go inside with his kick.
So he'll go along the line to outer centre wing. Darley had numbers. Wright was one of those. Quick answer to force it. Took on the would-be tackler and then released the ball onto that left boot. Encouraging mark taken there on half back there by Q. On Gardner, who needed to bring the ball to ground, but Q's an experienced campaigner. And he'll play on and go to that outer side towards centre wing. Merritt the target. Ward flew, but the ball just picked up into that breeze aerially and nearly went out of bounds on the full in the end, but one bounce over the line for a throw-in.
Carmody's evened up that +1 that Darley had in the back line. Rodimer Omis now opposed to Billy Myers to try and nullify that influence.
Yeah, clever bit of coaching, but Sean Robinson's all on his own up the attacking 52, so Devils need to be aware of that. So Dyson Fawcett assumes that matchup. Boundary throw-in. Goal apiece here. Tap one by Hovey, who started well. So too Mitch Ward. Momentum, we'll call it that, with the ball taken over the line for a boundary throw-in. So, tick over 12 minutes gone opening term here. East Point kicking with the aid of a tricky breeze. Still need to be efficient with it to get the job done. Geordie Johnson with the goal for East Point. Billy Myers the one for the Devils. Throw in, tap one by Hovey. Bewley onto the left boot. High up and under kick. Important territory going for the Devils. Gardner in front. Somehow spoiled, and even though he was in front outside of the left boot, went Dodd with a long kick. Chance of McDougall, use of the body on. Brent umpire call, play on. How's the shark kick across the body? Robinson with the volley! What a finish!
Well, it's an amazing cross followed by the volley.
A bit of Showtime football there, Todd. Just that little kick off the ground and then out of mid-air. Got the desired result.
Yeah, Molan with a bit of craft there. Essendon VFL listed player. Keep that ball alive and get it into that danger zone to allow Robinson with the volley.
Matt Brett just having a conversation with the central. I'm not sure as a defender he would have got away with that hold, but as a super goal.
East Point 2 goals straight 12. Lead Darley 1 goal straight 6. Back at the restart. He'd be into the ruck. We'll give him that tap. Baker. His opposing number 7, call it even. Hustled there by Foot, by Denham. Gardner found Azapati under the pump though. And Azapati went the soccer. Had to be better, but he wasn't. High up and under kick beyond the middle of the ground. Bouncing ball. Good use of the body by Rodimer. Now Brody Ward needs to bend, and he didn't. It ricocheted off the shin. Went boundary side. He's got to force him out. He couldn't. Jeffrey kept it in, and the kick was good. And found Geordie Johnson.
Made something out of nothing there, Jeffrey. As you're saying in the call, Todd, Ward didn't kill that footy, and it's allowed them to put the ball into the corridor and take a grab, and now it's going to result in a shot at goal. Yeah, this game's going to be all about moments, Clark, and with and without the ball.
Yeah, it was great centering play. It's good team football.
So Geordie Johnson for goal number 2. Chance for a game-high 12-point lead for the Kangas. He likes it. You heard him. He's pointing got 3 straight here at Marty Bush. They lead the Devils 1 goal straight 6 opening term.
What do we think the win's worth, boys?
Well, it's probably a 3-goal win, I think, Macca. Yeah, probably 3 goals to the left, but it's not just a lay down, guaranteed 3 goals up at each quarter. It's you got to use the ball skillfully, and East Point have been able to do that.
Back at the restart. Neither ruckman can impact the contest. Robinson wanted the high, threw the head back. Oh, and the umpire off half back has paid that decision, not the one 15 metres away. So East Point will take that. He wastes no time. Awkwardly he kick forward in front. Johnson. Just got the front spot on Lahure.
Yeah, Lahure's taken back shoulder, and really it was a poor kick. It was just it fell short. But you're playing in front, you're going to get rewarded with a chest mark virtually without contest.
So a couple of quick goals for East Point and a chance at a third in around 7 minutes. It'll be Johnson. Kicks on its way.
Led off for the Devils, off to the left, through for a minor score. Their first blemish of the afternoon. 3-1-19, East Point lead Darley, 1 goal straight 6. So tick over 16 minutes gone, opening term here. Awkward kick in from Matty Brett, gathered by Cairns. Well, it knocked, he just popped out of his bread basket. Robinson, gang tackle, taken to the ground. Bewley, quick hands, Baker, hurried ball. Van Beal, right place, right time, got the intercept. And he'll send the Kangas back into attack. Awkward kicking style into the pocket. McDougall's going to cover the beat. Got a bit of it. Oh, he's paid over the shoulder.
Yes, the umpire saw something that may have occurred. That's fair enough.
So McDougall.
Billy Myers just qualifying.
So McDougall. So he'll aim right goalpost here. The breeze should bring it back. He loves these, but not this one. Left and always left. And a new bonnet for a new car required behind the goals.
Yes, he's cleared the netting there, and might be an insurance claim there from those folks sitting parked up behind the goals.
So tick over 17 minutes gone, opening term here. East Point kicked the opening goal of the game through Geordie Johnson. Myers got the square up. And since, the Kangas made it 2 goals too. So questions being asked of the Devils into the breeze. Second half of this opening term, the kick was typically Bewley. Got over the back. The gather was good from Inglis. The kick was typically Inglis. Bouncing ball. The turnover opportunity for Brown, who coughed it up. And Adam Azzopardi took a nice mark. Well, they don't need to rush the ball, the Devils. They just need to be careful with it. So he lowered the eyes. Went wide there towards Inglis. Dodd took him on. Was tackled. Taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up on half forward. Broadcast sign for the Devils.
I've liked Inglis' start to the game. He's got himself involved nice and early. A couple of tackles, couple of possessions.
Yeah, especially against the wind. You've got to work hard to forward pressure to keep the ball in there.
Players just lost the ball there through the traffic. Just an overwhelming number of players around the footy. Ball up at the restart. Impey won that tap, went over the back of Baker, but somehow it fell back into his hands, but he dropped it in the end. Loose ball opportunity. As the party taken to the ground, there'll be a ball up on half forward. So any territory into the breeze, a bonus for that side kicking into it this afternoon, you'd think. It hasn't died down since the opening bounce, boys.
No, if anything, it's probably freshened.
Ball up, Impey. Outpointed by Van Meel. Second swing at it from Van Meel. Just found traffic. Whistle imminent, there'll be a ball up. So
around the contest at the stoppage, it's pretty even so far, Todd.
tap one by Impey was clever. Baker a bit shy with the kick because it was near a Kangaroos player. Hurried kick out of the congestion from Azzopardi. Commitment was terrific from Brown. Run with the flight. Took a mark on Duncan Cabin. Looks like Duncan Cabin's got the roll on the star defender. So Brown goes short to an unmarked Slater on East Point's defensive 50. Goes short to Mole and he fell over at the crucial time. Joel Cadman sent the ball into attack to a 2-on-1. Numbers prevail as Brown gets back again and he'll rebound the ball. Back to Joel Cadman. Wax on, wax off if you don't mind. He tries to square the ball and the ball had a bit of weight on it. Turnover again. Cairns, quick hands. Got it over towards Johnson. Plenty on the kick.
He's kicked that 70.
And Myers took the grab. Could have gone wide to Ward. But how about that kick? That was
Beautiful
like a 3-iron.
Yeah.
One of my 3-irons with the breeze. As Andy Azzopardi sent the ball inside 50. Hobie the fly. Couldn't take the mark. His follow-up work was good. One of the high. Threw the head back. Denied by the umpire. There'll be a ball up 45 metres out from the Darley goal.
Well, there's a clear demonstration when you're kicking with the wind that you can't just get the footy and bomb it. You've still got to use it with purpose.
Just in time on opening term. All important clearance here. Bewley over the footy, knocked off it by Taylor. Fawcett applies the pressure. And there'll be a ball up. So
Myers the +1. 1 Point. East have gone with the extra around the stoppage.
1 point. 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 1 point.
So at the restart, MP couldn't really impact that contest. Dodd bidden into the ground. Legally, said the umpire, there'll be a ball up. 50 metres out from the Darley goal. Tick over 21 minutes gone. Give that tap to MP. It missed Baker, but it was gathered there by Matt Riccardi. Got plenty on the kick. Touched on the goal line.
That's super defence. That's a great snap from the stoppage from Matt Riccardi.
He got plenty of the ball.
He did. He hit it sweet.
Speaking of hitting it sweet, watch this ball come back into play. Merritt, well, it was just a little lob wedge to Brown. He got away from Duncan Cabin again. So he'll just chip it over the top. The kick was well weighted and found Johnson. He can chip it over the top again to an unmarked Dodd. So he'll go onto his left boot. And he'll look to square it up a little. Duncan Cabin, well, he got around him. Got a bit of support there from Johnson. Went to half forward. Myers again.
He's marking the ball well.
He's got an important role to play today. Sent the ball wide. How about that for a kick? Got it to Cadman, who started well. Players set themselves. Chance for Fawcett. 1, 2, 3. No.
Mate, it gives you your side great benefit if you've not only got a player behind the footy who can read it well as the +1, but also to use it with the exits to find teammates.
Well, of course, Billy Myers missed the last home and away meeting between these two sides. So too did Brett Bewley. Boundary throw in, went over the back. Cadman, who's had a good final series, had it knocked away from him. The gather was good from Jeffrey. And the pressure was good from Brody Ward to square away a stoppage.
East Point looking threatening on the corridor side of that stoppage. When Melton creamed Darley last week in that same sort of frame.
Tap one by Impey. Went to Jones, who was tackled by Bewley. We'll get another stoppage. So East Point lead by 13 points. 23 minutes gone opening term. Ball up, tap one by Impey to no one really. Gathered by Molan. Dangerous kick forward. Look out. Jeffrey was strong, but Ward was up to the task. Umpire let it go. And now he's gone to ground and there'll be a ball up 40 metres out from the East Point goal.
Well, it's probably just a stalemate ball up.
Twenty-three and a half minutes gone. Ball up. Loose ball opportunity here for Molan. Got some protection. Left foot kick from Johnson. Wide into the pocket. Meant for McDougall. Went over his head. One bounce over the line for a boundary throw-in. So East Point deep into attack. In time on here.
Good time to have our goalkeeper stand on the goal line, Todd. You can see these balls, when they bounce, they're hitting and they're just skidding straight. So you need a goalkeeper here if you're on the defensive side.
Yep, Devils be hoping not to get beat with what they know. So Van Meer went over the back looking for Cairns. Ground ball, stoppage, right in the hot spot. 25 metres out from the East Point goal.
So Myers is the goalkeeper. He's right on the line, unmarked.
Van Meer and Impey again. Tap, well, call it even. High up and under from Crawford. Umpire will pay the mark. Here comes Brown from the back, but it was Jeffrey stood up strong.
It was a 3-on-1. It's a good. They worked it out well. I called Jeffrey in, and it was a good mark.
Yeah, the Devils couldn't get any body or ball on that aerial, and Jeffrey, with the aid of the breeze, will have a shot on goal here. It'll be all about the accuracy and the control with the ball drop. Not easy on a day like today, Macca.
No, but if you can connect to this pretty well, you'll certainly get the distance, no problem.
Don't have to kick the cover off it.
From 50, kicks on its way. It looks right and every bit right.
Ooh.
And a minor score.
Windscreen.
O'Brien. So it'll be Billy Myers to assume the kick-in duties as the lead extends to 14 points in favour of the Kangas, who kick with a 2 or 3 goal breeze in this term. Rodder Moronis in front, couldn't gather. Brown could from 55, sent the ball back into attack. Matthew Brett on the last line. Juggling chest mark, saves the day, not for the first time this year. Sends the ball wide. Fawcett had to be strong. He was the only one to keep his feet in the end. Did well, the youngster. There'll be a boundary throw in 50 metres away from the East Point goal. Just need to watch there. Checking the Devils' defence here. Not easy to defend.
this breeze that's heading left of screen in the East Point direction, who lead by 14 points. And they're in attack. Throw in. Shallow one at that. Favoured Cairns. Got it to Taylor. Struck the tackle. Crawford went to ground. Coughed it up in the end. Got it to Taylor. Taylor gathered. Matty Johnson went one arm at it. Couldn't reel it in. And there'll be another stoppage 25 metres out from the East Point goal.
Looking dangerous, East Point, at this stoppage.
So they go again. Van Meer with the tap. Went through the hands of McDougall. Crawford went to ground. Had to shovel it out. Look out, Devils. You want to shovel it through? And they did. Awkwardly. But you can see East Point are just building at their stoppage. They really got on top. They've probably won the last 4 stoppages in a row, and they've always had the out number. So they've just got to try and find a way to hit that out number from the release from stoppage, and they're going to be dangerous.
So Billy Myers to bring the ball back into play. Beautiful kick into the breeze, right in front. Was pushed and seen by the umpire. So the big fella. So the very encouraging second half of the season. Doesn't want to go to Bewley, no. Didn't want to do that.
Well cut off there by Johnson. That's something that Darley used a lot to utilise his kicking skills.
Cadman took an uncontested mark at the end through the traffic.
Well, he's looking inside. That's an interesting play.
So he sends the ball towards half forward. Right, the fly again. Had a bit of it. Couldn't bring it down, though. Needs to get those to stick. Johnson with a high up and under. Speaking of Matty Johnson, a half forward. Myers gathered. Tackled on the ground by Canny. Stoppage squared away. There'll be a ball up on half forward for the Kangas.
And that's exactly what I was talking about before, Todd, about the shot at goal. You know, you see that hand off to Bewley there, and they cut that off. That's good football.
Ball up, tap one by Impey, meant for Bewley, gathered by Johnson. Little pitching wedge out in the Jeffrey direction, had a bit of it. Cairns, quick hands, underground. Play on, said the umpire, went away from Molan. And there'll be another stoppage 50 metres out from the East Point goal.
It was a good pressure by Brody Ward there. It was just enough pressure just to get Jeffrey off the second grab.
Tick over 28 minutes gone, opening term. Ball up, Impey won that tap, but they had numbers. Defensive goal side did East Point, but they've coughed it up. Molan it was.
Yeah, he just needs to release the handball. They had the number.
So Duncan Cadman with that awkward style, but it was okay, and found Baker. Went to go in board. That would have been a risky kick. So he'll go along the line and into the breeze. It's been cut off there by guess who? Jacob Brown.
Just the Darley forward connection there. There's no one on the lead, on the hit up.
So he wastes no time and squares the ball in the Jeffrey direction of the back through hand. Shark there by Johnson. Went with the fist. Canny gathered over the shoulder. Umpire called.
Wow.
Well, he didn't see it.
Definitely.
We certainly
definitely too high.
Yeah, that was
definitely
definitely
believe
was.
the umpire, like there's 3 guys. They've all missed that.
Yeah, gee, even the boundary umpire wanted to pay that. Ball up, tap one by Hovey. Canny took them on. Tackled there by Hovey.
Oh, that's a massive let off for Darley.
And there'll be another stoppage 45 metres out from the East Point goal. 29 and a half minutes gone opening term here. East Point lead by 15 points. Hovey with the tap to no one really. Ronald Moronis wanted the hold, denied by the umpire. Cairns keeping it in front of him, knocked off the ball there by Bewley. He went to ground. Cadman, clever soccer. Gained some metres. Willems' gather was terrific. Quick hands to Molan. Tumbling kick forward. Myers with the spoil. Good fist. Found touch over the line for a boundary throw-in. Devils not out of the woods yet. Boundary throw-in 20 metres around from the East Point goal.
See, even that entry, it wasn't a drop punt. Like the skill players are standing out in this game early. The Johnson boys, Myers, the guys that kick the ball nicely, they stand out in these conditions.
Boundary throw-in. It'll be Hovey with front spot. Van Mill at the back. Tap one by Hovey. Denner presented. Went to ground. Bewley didn't bend. McDougall. Clever tap. Has the gather from Johnson. Was terrific. Got it to McDougall. To Ronald Moronis. He's under the pump. Took on the tackle of Azapati. Good pressure. But they've got numbers. Brown. Oh, that's over the shoulder. Against Duncan Cadman. And there'll be a free kick to Brown, who's pushed right up to the attacking 50. And he'll have a very important shot on goal as we're deep in time on here, near 31 minutes gone.
Yes, he got down low and it's just you can see Cadman trying really hard there, but the tackle slipped up over the shoulder. So that's a fair call.
He's had a super start to the game, Brown.
It's the right half of the 50-metre arc to be kicking from.
So the right-hand goal post, right on the 50.
Sprayed it.
Goes across the face. Players set themselves, and they get it through for a rush behind the Devils. McDougall outnumbered. Numbers prevailed and got it through. So East Point's last 5 scoring shots have been behinds. So Matthew Brett to bring the ball back into play. He lopes away, runs his measure, gets plenty on the tumbling kick. Bewley couldn't get a hand. Well, 2 hands on it. Duncan Cadman missed. Brother Duncan. Gee, if any two are going to link up, you'd think it'd be the brothers.
Yeah, the 2-metre handball. Missed the target by 2 metres.
And there'll be a boundary throw in on half forward. Broadcast side for East Point. That would have been an important territory game given the context of this term. As we tick over 32 minutes gone. Throw in. Hovey with strength. Won the tap. Shark there by Dodd. Grand ball gathered by Bewley. Quick hands to Baker and he's non-preferred. The look-away hand pass. Well, he missed the target.
Yep.
Meant for Inglis.
No need to look away.
No.
Just handball at 3 metres to the guy who's the loose.
Boundary throw in attacking side of centre wing for the Devils. Broadcast side. 32 and a half minutes gone. East Point by 16 points. Throw in. Hovey in front. Gathered. How about the gather from Bewley? Forced to release and dumped by Brown. Ward. Strong overhead. Umpire must have been touched. Held to him in the end. There'll be a ball up.
Those guys should catch up for a beer later.
Yeah, nice little how do you do. What are you doing later?
Ward can see the funny side of that.
I'll see you in the forward line. At the restart, Hovey, been important with his contest work. Bewley, hand past the ball, just bounced off the chest of Andy Azzopardi. As the siren sounds to end the opening term here at Marty Bush. Well, rain stayed away pretty much for the entire first term that went 33 minutes, where East Point lead at the first change by 16 points. 3-5-23, Darley 1-1-7. The goal scorers.
We've got Geordie Johnson with 2 and Robinson with 1 for East Point, and Billy Myers, the solitary goal kicker for Darley, into the breeze in the first quarter.
How'd you see it, Macca?
I actually think Darley will be happy with the state of where the game is at the moment. I thought the play was in the forward half of East Point for the majority of that quarter, and I don't think they quite capitalised to the capability and the opportunities that they should have. So whether that'll cost them in the end, time will tell. But 16 points down at quarter time with this breeze behind them, I'd be pretty okay with that if I was Dan Jordan. And
just feeling a few drops of rain and just looking in the foreground. The Devils might be under the pump here as a bit of rain looks like it's on the way. Doesn't look like it's going to last too long, but probably about a second quarter. So no joy there for the Devils on the weather front. We'll take a break and we'll be back with the second quarter action in around 8 minutes' time.
There's one name you can trust for all the stories this winning season.
This is Winning Season News.
Bringing you the major events.
I won a car.
This is huge news, Lisa.
It happened right here.
The highs. The lows.
Sir, is it true?
No comment.
The cheeseburgers.
I want a cheeseburger.
A news source you can trust. Nationwide, 24/7.
The drive-thru is busy.
Powerful stuff.
The Monopoly game at Macca's returns Wednesday.
When's this going to be on TV?
Welcome back to Marty Bush Reserve. Preliminary final here. East Point 3-5-23, lead Darley 1-1-7. We're out here essentially with the players under the elements out on the balcony here.
Little spray during the quarter time break, Todd. Might make things that little bit more difficult handling the ball in the second quarter.
Yeah, let's see how the Devils can go and how the East Point boys can defend. Well, Rodder Moronis gathered and was pinged, said the umpire.
Yeah, well, he broke that first tackle, but was unable to dispose of the ball, so technically...
Impey will get an important touch, and he'll go short to force it. He pushed a half forward.
Clever kick.
He'll go to Myers. He'll look to kick. He's in trouble. Evasive. Bewley not beyond him. Kick smothered. Slater couldn't gather cleanly. Baker could. Hustled the ball to ground, and there'll be a ball up 30 metres out from the Darley goal.
Yes, well, little hail shower just blew through at quarter time break. So it's going to be hard to mark the ball when you've got numb hands, Todd.
Tap one by Hovey. Loose ball opportunity. Baker knocked it backwards. Throw, said the umpire.
Yeah, fair enough. The double-hander, it's only the domain of AFL now.
So Slater goes lateral, and the kick's okay.
It's an AFL handball by Baker there.
So the kick from Howard gets beyond the defensive 50. Impey at the back, got the spoil. Bewley the gather. Loose hair pass found Duncan Cadman. Played on. Quick hair pass to Spiteri under the pump. Dropped it. Good defensive pressure there from the Kangas.
Yeah, great tackle. Great tackle because Spiteri is so clever. He was going to centre that ball.
So Q with ball in hand, he runs away and he goes to the defensive side towards half back. Players present. Myers in front. Strong mark.
Been in everything.
So it'll be all about the Devils' ball use. He goes wide to Mitch Ward. And he lowered the eyes with a terrible kick. But Brown couldn't mark. Gathered by Inglis. Hand pass was hopeful rather than anything else. Gathered by Rodder Moronis. Ground ball, hot footy. There'll be a whistle. 30 metres out from the Darley goal.
You can see Darley probably just need to adjust the conditions. One too many handballs.
So East Point hanging in the opening minutes of this second term into the breeze. Tap one there by the Devils. Shark there by Denham. Misses off
post.
to the right.
Hit the post, Toddy.
So the Darley's first blemish of the afternoon. They're 1-1-7. 1-2-8 now.
Yeah, Matricardi had one touched on the line.
3-5-23 East Point. The margin 15 points. Merritt goes short. To an unmarked Slater, got a touch of the fumbles. Got time to get onto the left. Kicked, well, it was awkward. Not sure whether it was smothered or just mistimed.
Yeah, it was smothered. I think Spiteri got a bit on it.
Either found its way over the line for a throw-in. 55 metres around from the Darley goal.
This is a good test for East Point. They are under pressure. Darley dominating stoppage since we've come out in the second quarter.
Season on the line stuff. Preliminary final action here. Live from Marty Bush. Hovey got his way to the front, won the tap, only found Rodder Moronis.
You could do worse than stand beside Rodder Moronis. You'll find the ball 30 times.
Yeah, he's a contested beast, isn't he?
Ball up. Well, give that one to Van Meel. Found Bewley. Got onto the left, got enough of it. Cadman went to ground. Pressure was okay. Somehow released the ball. Denner went to ground, wanted to push. Didn't get one. Scrimmage. Swarm of players around the ball. There'll be a ball up.
Yeah, those that keep their feet today will also stand out, Toddy. It's tough conditions, though, I must admit.
Van Meel, solo, won the hit out. Bewley went through his hands. Somehow he regathered, just tumbled the ball onto the boot, gained about 20 metres through side, over the line for a throw-in.
Yeah, Bewley working hard. He's had 4 possessions already in the second quarter.
Throw-in to take place. It'll be Van Meel and Hovey again as Van Meel works his way to the front. Ball gets knocked forward, chance for Fawcett. No one getting away. And a release ball there, it'll be a ball up.
I didn't play a lot of footy in the ruck, Macca, but I would be playing in front when the throw-in comes from that pocket.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with that wind.
Hovey won the tap. Rare fumble there from Rodder Moronis, but somehow he got it again, released the ball by hand due to the pressure. There's numbers around the ball. Baker was clean, then he released it, coughed it up to Canny. Cut off there by Crawford, tackled. Too long, said the umpire.
No, it wasn't a handball or a kick. I think incorrect disposal.
So Molan will go short. Kick's okay to Filmer. We'll just take some important seconds off the clock into the breeze. He lowered the eyes.
Bounce pass.
Made it difficult for Molan, but he was up to the task. He refused to do the old U-turn, so Q went forward. Bewley had a bit of it, couldn't bring it down. Players around the footy. Whistle imminent. There'll be another ball up, half forward out of side for the Devils.
So Mitch Ward peeling off the stoppage, Myers peeling off the stoppage. So Point have the numbers at the full.
Loose ball opportunity. Comes out for favourite East Point. Molan's hand pass was sublime and got it to Ronald Moronis. Right foot kick towards the attacking 50. Johnson in front. Lahure did enough, and then Jeffrey kicked the ball into Lahure. Did well there. Bewley now. He's going to get a free kick for a push, but the umpire's paid the advantage, sends it wide towards Duncan Cadman. Young onto that chest mark. Oh, this chip kick was okay in the end. They'll take that. Quick answer from Inglis. Got it to Joel Cadman. Wasted no time. Went in the right direction. Sets himself. Spoil on the ball was good from Howard. Merritt's under the pump. Had to release the ball. Went to the voice of Van Meulen. Found him on his non-preferred. He coughed it up. And Crawford took the mark 45 metres away from the Darley goal.
Yeah, it's a tough area. The wrong side of the arc for mine, Todd, for the set shot, but we'll get a bit of a guide on how strong a kicking action young Crawford's got.
So he'll kick from 50. This would take an absolute beauty from here. Not a noted goal kicker, let alone from 50. So the kick's on its way, drifting across the face and room for a rush behind. East Point getting numbers back on the last line.
Well, the kick carried 50 metres. It was a good effort. Good effort from Crawford.
Darley 139, East Point 3-5-23. Merritt to bring the ball back into play, just conferring with Jacob Brown which way am I going to go here. So they'll go to an unmarked pocket on the outer side to Johnson. Speaking of Matty, right foot kick. Kick wasn't bad. Spoil was good from Myers, who's having a good game. There'll be a boundary throw in 55 metres away from the Darley goal.
So, Grant, I'm interested in, so Darley are setting two off, loose behind the play, but what stage do they, when the ball's coming at them, do they leave their loose man position and attack the player with the ball?
Oh, I think it's when you know you're going to end up with possession, Clark. I mean, with the way the game's being played around at the moment, the stoppage, there's not really, a lot of clear exits out of the stoppages. It's a real struggle. So if it's a dump kick or something like that out of the stoppage, and you've got the numbers there, you can then turn that into a switch of play and make a transition.
Get the overlap.
Hovey with another tap to no real advantage. Given the numbers around the ball. So it'll be Hovey. Van Meulen won that tap. Ground ball opportunity. Crawford overran the footy. Baker went to ground. Socket off the ground there by Filmer to break the game up. That's good. Myers might have been pushed. Umpire let it go. There'll be a ball up. Centre wing out of side.
So they pressed up okay on that occasion, Darley. You can see Mitch Ward is off. Here's the spare. See whether he can be dangerous. Myers also spare, so they've got two off the play here on the defensive side of this stoppage.
Chance for Baker. Rodder Moronis kept his feet. Fired the hand pass out to Van Meulen. Dribbling ball forward to the hot spot here for East Point. Joel Cadman gathered. Fired the hand pass out to Lahure, who sent it back to outer centre wing. Went over the head of Hovey. Running onto it was Fawcett. He's got some toe. He just needs to be clean. Went to ground. Now somehow back into the contest here, but just couldn't get any clean possession. And there'll be a ball up 50 metres away from the Darley goal.
You can see out of that stoppage, it wasn't a really, the kick off the ground to exit the stoppage. So, if Darley's then getting possession of the footy and can then turn that into a successful transition, it's worth it.
East Point endeavouring to clog up play in their time into the breeze. Gathered by Bewley, threw it away, got away with it in the end. Grand ball opportunity. Molan's gather was clean. He sent the ball forward. Oh, but Joel Cadman dropped what he should have taken. Right in the middle of the ground, opened the door for Rodder Moronis. He dropped it. Ball went to ground. Bewley, he too. Andy has a party with some pressure.
Gee, both Darley players anticipated Cadman was going to mark that and had left the contest. did well to square it up in the end. It's a good play by Bees Point. Great pressure.
14-point lead of the Kangas. Ball up, thumped by Hovey. Went straight to Molan, who's been good. Dribbling kick to outer centre wing. Foot race on. Gathered there by Ward, who went back to Myers by hand. Right foot kick in the Fawcett direction, presented and found the target. He looks for Bewley. Awkward kick. Oh, he got a bit of it, Bewley. He's paid the mark.
Unbelievable decision, really. You're probably entitled to hold the mark before you get it paid, but that's footy.
How about the Fawcett kick?
Brilliant kick by Fawcett, and I loved, when you're the spare player, Mitch Ward swooped on that loose ball, gave the release to Myers, and then laid a little shepherd block, and Myers was very skillful to find Fawcett.
Sure, it got to Bewley on the full and accurately. So Bewley, the drop punt. It really lets the big man down, and he gets the Devils second of the afternoon. That was like watching a pro from 150 metres with a
pitching wedge.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, when he makes contact at the best of times, even when there's no wind around, Todd, they go a considerable distance. But, he just connected with that beautifully and never looked like missing.
So Darley within 8 points here. 2-3-15, they trail East Point 3-5-23. Yes, just touching on that brilliant term to describe that Fawcett kick, Clark. It didn't get the rotation of a drop punt, but it was effective nonetheless. It's going to be...
He kicked it hard enough.
Ball up. Tap one by Impey. Got the fly. Grand ball here. Chance of Robinson. That was awkward. Went off the side of the right boot. Nearly went Darley's way in the end.
Definitely did.
Cadman got a horrible bounce. So too did Willems. Cadman's follow-up work was good. Bewley's hair pass was searching for a spectator really in the end as it went over the head of Baker. And Bewley's off for a spell.
He's got the ball on a string, Bewley. He's trying to run off the ground and grab a stat on the way off.
Boundary throw in. It'll be Impey and Van Meel. So Willems unmarked at the stoppage on Darley goal side. Let's hope he doesn't end up with the ball. Here he goes. Oh, clever little touch there from Denham. It was held up. Fawcett was there by Johnson and co.
This is good play by Willems. So he's unmarked. They've got to get the ball to him.
Baker, clever little tap to his own advantage, but there was some more traffic on the other side. Dodd's tackled, and there'll be a ball up on half-forward broadcast side for the Devils.
So Darley are playing 2 off. They've got Duncan Cadman now just off this stoppage behind, and he'll get it in a moment.
Impey, Addis-Barty shoveled it out to Ward, got it to Baker. It was quick hands from Baker. Addis-Barty had more time than he thought. Threw the ball onto the boot. Joel Cadman, another awkward bounce, but he gathered this time. Went back inboard, somehow found Denham, who's under the pump, and tackled taken to the ground. Ball got spat out the back. Addis-Barty again. Left foot kick, went in towards the Gardner direction, took his eyes off it. Somehow it's still set up for him, needs to be quick. Got ball to boot. Territory going to a 3-on-1. McMatrick, Hardy and Wright. And Fraser knocks it through for a rush behind.
Well, I've been in that scenario a few times, Toddy, and that's very effective defence. You just scramble it through for a point and reset. So it's good play by East Point. Good defence.
Margin now 7. East Point 3-5-23. Darley 2-4-16. Trusty boot of merit will come broadcast side this time. McDougall flies. At the back there was Matty Brett, hurt himself. Denham had to be quick, and he was. Just got ball release. Slater got an important hand on it, but then coughed it up. Gardner took time. Cadman got a hand on it, couldn't hang on to it. Johnson just smashed the ball out of bounds on the full. So
Mitch Ward, he doesn't need to kick it too far. He only needs a 30-metre kick here. Or that.
Bouncing ball. That's Riccardi.
Off the line. Oh, wow.
Well, opportune small forward. Just that's his job. 2 behinds today.
Yeah, I thought Mitch might have tried a drop punt there, but the flat punt.
It's the goal in it. Yeah, just the fundamentals in the breezy conditions.
Yeah, it's tough.
Tough.
It's really hard.
But merits a beautiful exponent of the drop punt. Have a look at that. Joel Cadman in front couldn't mark. Ward.
He's in everything, Mitch. Ward.
Hot footy.
Which is what you want from your overlap player. So he's playing smart.
So Taylor goes to him now.
Yes, he's up around stuff.
Oh, no, I'll go to Bewley, he says. Tap one by Impey. Cadman was strong. Speaking of Joel, he had his arm pinned.
It's a great tackle by Johnson.
Quality player.
Because Cadman is dangerous.
Ball up. Impey, front spot, won the tap, went searching for Bewley, didn't get him. There'll be a ball up.
So I'm not quite sure how. Yeah, someone's manning Joel Cadman here now at this stoppage because he's too dangerous to be. He's manned up now.
So Impey and Van Meel. Call it even. Geordie Johnson, happy to see it over the line for a boundary throw-in. Boundary throw-in to get played away. Umpires waste no time. Van Meel at his back turn. Impey can grab this if he wants. Just got the tap, and Geordie Johnson did the roving. Quick hands to Todd. He's in trouble here. Held to him. There'll be a ball up 45 metres out from the Darley goal. Just not enough communication there to Impey to grab that. Good use of the body by Van Meel. Captain needed to be quick. Need it to Dodd, who just tumbled the ball forward to Myers. He took a mark on broadcast centre wing.
Got Lahura and Brett in the centre of the ground if he wants.
So he lowered the eyes. Found Baker, and it knocked away from him by Rodamaronis. And Stacks on the mill. Ball up half forward for the Devils.
Well, you can see what Myers was trying to do, but gee, he really thumped it. And you can't mark that ball in your hands.
6-point lead to East Point. Tap one by Impey. Meant for Bewley, and it knocked away from him by Taylor. Shark there by Baker. Umpire will pay the mark. Fly there was from Geordie Johnson. The knock was good there from Slater. Taylor went to soccer. Got a second opportunity. Set the ball wide. Too wide on the full.
So can Darley be more clever with this inside 50? Yep.
High up and under kick. Right the target. Had front spot. Weighted the ball. Took it to the back. And off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in. 20 metres around from the Darley goal.
I suppose with the way the game is being played at the moment and the entries into Darley's forward 50, they haven't had a lot of opportunity to lower their eyes because they've been under pressure a fair bit and just trying to get it in there deep.
So it'll be Wright and Van Meel.
Gardner on the move.
So this will nearly favour Wright. Clever little effort with the outside of the right boot. Ambitious. Left and always left. And a 5-point lead now to East Point. So just the one goal for the term to Brett Bewley. He made that look easy. Everyone else has made it look difficult. Gardner was hard at it, but just a little bit clumsy.
Just amazing that players make that effort to try and apply the pressure and end up tackling like that.
So East Point getting important territory gain. Mitch Ward in front, had a bit of it, couldn't hang on to it. Matty Johnson carried it over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Because he really had Brown under the pump there.
He was going out of bounds,
and he's just given him an easy out with that tackle.
Half forward.
Anyway, he did attack it hard.
5-point lead to East Point here. Just the one goal to the Devils in this term. So it'll be Impey. Just about want to get over the back.
Gardner's over the
Gardner,
back.
if they can get
Unmatched.
there. Van Meel won the tap. Got it to Dodd. Quick hands, only as far as Baker. Went with the outside of the left boot. Good use of the body there by Fraser to keep Spiteri under the ball, and he thumped it over the line for a boundary throw-in. Throw-in to take place here, 60 metres away from the Darley goal. It'll be Impey and Van Meel. Van Meel won the tap. Bewley kept it in, went to the voice of Mitch Ward. And now he gathered, need to be quick. He was. Important territory going forward. Spiteri was strong. So too Fraser. Brown with the volley. And the clearing one of that. Ward needs to be clean here, and he was. He did well. Quick hands to Azapati. Lahura needs to be quick. Oh, the pressure's on here at Marty Bush. Territory going forward. Right!
Fantastic.
What an outfield catch.
Wow. And he, as a natural right-footed toddy and a skillful player.
Well, that's a great stretch from a 6'5" big man.
Round the corner here for Wright. Should not pose too many problems for a player with his capability.
Centering kick.
Commentator's
Chance
curse.
here for Spiteri.
I got him.
Gathered somehow. Quick hands got it over towards Inglis, who went looking for Fawcett. He's tackled. No prior. There'll be a ball up.
Just got the wrong end of the footy there, righty.
Kicked it in the belly. 20-minute mark of the second quarter. And 8 scores apiece. So it's pretty.
5-point lead to East Point. Darley in attack. Van Meer with the tap. Went searching for Johnson. Got a little territory gain. About 8 or 9 metres. Dodd saw it over the line for a throw-in.
One of the great commentary curse imposts on young Wright.
Well, really congesting the ground here, East Point. You can see over the other side, McDougall and Matty Brett are basically equal with the centre circle line, and really compressing the ground up, East Point in defence.
Dodd got the quick hands to Rodder Moronis, who got the clearance, an important one for the Kangas. Nice mark taken there by Jeffrey. So they just got nobody forward, East Point, so they'll go short to Robinson. We'll just take some important seconds off the clock, and now he lowers the eyes. That's not a bad kick, but Gardner just intercepted, got an important little hand on the footy. Gathered there by Brett, went back to Lahure. Hand pass over the top to Ward. Did an old-fashioned torp, awkward kick, poor one. Umpire called play on, spat out the back chance, and Matt Riccardi got it over the top towards Spiteri. Oh, the pressure was good. Ground ball opportunity.
Whoa!
Tackle from Matt Riccardi was strong. And umpire just got some wax in the ear. There'll be a ball up.
He's indicating that the East Point player may have dropped the shoulder, which not sure whether he did.
Yeah. Ball up.
Might have just been
50 metres out from the Darley goal. Impey grabbed it out of the ruck, just knocks it down towards Bewley. High up and under kick, Inglis! Dangerous forward, Inglis.
Well, he is proving to be effective forward this week, and I'd say he's had a decent conversation with the coaching panel during the week, and he's come out very determined to be a contributor this week.
Yeah, well, he was best for the Devils in their first final win over North Ballarat. And a chance here, despite with the breeze at his back, the distance
should be no
will
trouble.
tell a story.
45.
Kicks on its way. He loves the goal, Inglis, and he's put the Devils in front.
Yeah, it's very. He ran very close to the man on the mark.
He did, yeah. I thought he was going to kick it into the man on the mark there at one stage.
So he was worried about the distance, but the ball hit the netting at the back. So I think next time round he'll be better.
One of the things I've noticed today with Darley stoppages and watch with Impey in the ruck around the ground, he's really just trying to tap the ball and drop the ball at his feet. And so that, good contested players like Bewley and Luther Baker can hopefully get their hands on the footy and just get a quick exit from the stoppage. So no hitting the ball long or anything today at the stoppages for the Devils.
22 minutes gone, second term. Restart. All important clearance chance for the Kangas through Willems, who's bailed up. There'll be a ball up. Game on here at Marty Bush. Tap one by, we'll give it to Van Meel. Denham was clever, used his experience, inside, outside, torpedo. If you don't mind, Spiteri went through the bread basket, tried to shrug the tackle, you're gone. Umpire called play on. That's a let-off. Chance here for Matt Riccardi. Well, he had Bewley to the outside. The ball's carrying.
He's hit the post. Goodness me.
3 behinds for Matt Riccardi.
It was not a great kick over his shoulder, but boy, didn't the wind give it some assistance.
That was a skillful picker. Wow.
Yeah, Bewley on the other side, running to the left. So Merritt sends the ball beyond the defensive 50. Matty Johnson had a bit of it, not enough, said the umpire. And then his tackle on Andy Azapati was strong to effect a stoppage, and there'll be a ball up some 60 metres away from the Darley goal. 2-point lead of the Devils. Time on, second term. Ball up. Tap one by Impey, gathered by Filmer. Kick into the breeze was difficult. Gathered by Fawcett. Quick hands. Meant for Crawford, who went to ground a little too easily. Then he spat the hand pass out the back, missed the target, and went over the line for a boundary throw-in.
He was probably running too fast to put an effective kick on it, so chose to handball Fawcett. Pressure of finals.
Darley by 2 points. 3-7 plays 3-5. Time on second term here. Throw in. Tap one by Van Meel. Meant searching to Johnson. Denham being good. Did the Sharky. Kept his feet. Sent the ball forward in the Hovey direction. Spoil on the ball there was good from Howard. Got plenty of it. Got it through for a 30-metre rush behind, if you don't mind.
He's an awkward-looking customer, Hovey. He jumps off both feet. going for an overhead mark.
Basketball background.
Basketball
background.
Clearly.
Play. Yep.
Yeah.
So 3-point lead of the Devils. So Merritt with his trusty right boot brings the ball back into play. The kick was good and found Matty Johnson just inside the boundary line.
Well, in defence of Johnson, I think he made that kick look pretty good.
So he goes along the line. That's a good kick into the breeze towards centre wing.
That's a great mark.
Yeah, Robertson strong overhead.
Pack mark.
Oh, no.
No, he's
A
played,
Darley mark.
he's played it the other way.
Wow.
Well, he's paid it to Myers
Paid
in
it to
front.
Myers.
Must have been the man in front.
Well, it confused everybody. So they went forward in the Spiteri direction. Fraser did well. The gather was terrific from the defender. Hand pass got it over the top to Johnson, but he ran out of space. Phone call wasn't for him. Boundary throw in 50 metres away from goal.
I think for any East supporters that are listening in, they'll be a bit disappointed in they're not getting the rub of the green on the 50-50s. Darley definitely getting a couple in their favour.
Boundary throw in. Time on. Second term. Front spot. Tap one by Impey. Canny crashed into Rodamaronis, but then sent the ball forward. There's Myers again. So Myers with ball in hand.
Ball's got to come a bit squarer here.
So he obliges to the call. Hovey spoil at the back.
spoil.
How about the gather from Canny? But he coughed it up to his opposing number 3 in Denham. It was a rare fumble from Denham. He's had a good term.
He's
There'll be a ball up 35 metres out from the Darley goal.
He's a hard guy to tackle, Denham. He gets first possession and just has a great knack of being able to break that first tackle.
So it'll be Hovey and Van Meel to contest the duty. No one could get it. Baker tried to knock it to the advantage of Bewley. There's another side step from Denham. Fired the hand pass out through traffic. Missed everybody. Baker gathered, went to the voice of something. Matty Johnson got on the end of it. How about that for a grab? Denham, if you don't mind.
Yes, he's worried about the distance.
Just watch Myers here. Just watch Myers here. What's Myers going to do?
Cadman. Oh, Duncan
What's
Cadman.
Myers going to do? There you go.
Don't tell me.
There you go.
Wow,
There you
Macca.
go.
He called it.
Myers has got 2 off half back for the Devils.
I said it in the first quarter. You've got to be alert around players when they're kicking for goal, especially when they've got the wind. I mean, Myers kicked that goal in the first quarter against the wind, but there was every opportunity there and no East player within 4 or 5 metres off him. And the way Billy Myers kicks the ball, that's an everyday goal for him.
Well, I had the impression that Denham was definitely concerned about getting the 55.
Absolutely. That would have taken every bit of his best.
And I must admit, I looked forward in that 50, and Duncan Cadman was all clear too for a spot up, but Myers took over.
Impey won the restart with the tap. Bewley quick hands to Denham, the man of the moment. Set the ball forward inside 50. Umpires picked out a free kick here. It's going to go the way of East Point against Adam Asapati. Both players holding.
Bit 50-50 there.
Canny went lateral and found Slater with ball in hand.
They're probably due.
Yes.
So he goes along the line. Spoil there from Joel Cadman. Could get out. Nearly hand clash between Bewley and Ward. Hurried kick forward there by Crawford was fortuitous. Fell into the hands of Adam Asapati. Needs to play on, and he does. He went in the right direction. Who's at the back? Inglis looked dangerous. Shark there by Asapati. Kick smothered. Well done, Cairns. Grabbed it. Coughed it up. Right. Shot on goal. Got it.
Great pressure, Devils. Frontal pressure on the defence.
He's put that into someone's front yard across the road, Roddy.
Another postcode.
Just running across there in the front garden to get the footy out, but great snap. Thought they ended up with a goal there, Darley, but when Bewley got the ball on the boundary line here and then gave it out, Matt Riccardi had made terrific position just inside the 50, and Darley probably could have lowered their eyes there, but just looking to get deep entries, I think, to claim territory to make it harder to come out. But when players are on their own, you've still got to take that opportunity to hit them on the chest.
Yeah, with Hovey and Wright, they're a handful inside 50 for Darley. You can see they're trying to get it to the 20-metre spot. But Adam Asapati's had a good few minutes as well.
So Denham certainly been elevated into the Devils' top tier of contributors this afternoon. Ball up, it'll be Impey and Van Meel. Impey the fly, won the tap, went through the hands of Baker, gathered by Johnson, sent the ball rare inside 50 for the Kangas. Ground ball, shark by Robinson, went by hand. Geordie Johnson trying to gather, couldn't. Ball socket away there by Mitch Ward. Willems gathered tackle there by Denham. Doing his bit without the ball as well to square away a stoppage 50 metres out from the East Point goal.
29.5 minute mark.
29.5 minutes gone. Chance for Matty Johnson. Kicks across the face. Robinson wanting a hold, denied by the umpire. Ward just needs to pick it up, and he did. He knocked it to the advantage of Lahure, who went to centre wing. Fumbled attempt at the mark, opened the door for Inglis, and Andy has a party to combine. So he did that. Got it back to Inglis. Did Andy has a party? Kick went forward.
Downfield. Inglis was
Downfield.
dumped. Yep. Inglis was dumped. Lack of discipline there from East. Oh, it was late in the quarter. 30 minutes gone.
So Matricati needs to get the ball moving. He's kicked 3 behinds today. Bereft of option. Goes short of the smallest man on the ground, but Denham played on. Got it to Baker. Sent the ball into attack. Hovey knows.
Good defence.
Got through by Howard.
Wow.
That's his second behind, Howard, of the afternoon.
Wow, Wright was screaming for the ball on the lead.
5-9-39 Darley. Lead East Point 3-5-23. Merritt with the kick in duties. Goes out of side. Another beautiful kick into the breeze. Kick meant there towards Thompson. McDougall got a little soccer on the ball and it went over the line for a throw-in.
Thing with being up here on the balcony at Sebas, you get a great view out of over the ground and the players' running patterns. And even though Darley are kicking with the wind, there's no players that are actually leading towards the footy to then create space for other players to go into.
Good point, Macca. Boundary throw-in. Impey won the tap towards Adam Azapati. He's got an out number. Oh, Baker. Baker copped a heavy knock there as he was knocked off the ball.
And I know you want to claim territory,
He's a
but you
bit
can't.
winded.
But you can't just keep kicking the ball deep all the time.
Boundary throw-in. Somehow, Impey and Van Meel will eventually get to the contest.
Baker's-
Shallow won at that. Johnson was the beneficiary.
Baker's still
Couldn't
not
gather
good.
cleanly over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Baker's still on his knees in the forward pocket. He seems to have got a knock on his knee.
Boundary throw-in. Impey grabbed it out of the ruck, nearly missed it with his foot. Turnover opportunity for Taylor. Gather was good from Robinson. Looks dangerous. Kick around the body. Went forward towards Geordie Johnson. Tackling attempt. Not paid by the umpire. Fair enough. Ground ball opportunity. He wanted the push. He looked up to the umpire to confirm. Denied. Umpire said, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up.
He's a great ball player, though. You see, he's the only one who looked like getting that ball. He went back for it after the mark contest. What a player.
Centre wing out of side. Ball up. Tap one by Impey. As a party, went to Bewley, but he had to stop and prop under it. Baker, he's been bowled up there by Filmer. Tackled, taken to the ground. Umpire says, I'll have it, and there'll be a ball up.
So, yes.
Bit of feeling creeping into this game.
Yeah.
Bit going on in the pack there when the ball stopped.
Yeah, it was a bit more than feeling, Todd. Someone was feeling it.
Umpire will come in and effect a ball up.
Very physical there from Johnson.
Out of side centre wing. There'll be a ball up here. So a little frustrated is the East Point captain at this point in time as Filmer conceded by hand to Thompson. It was bereft of option. Filmer's gather was terrific. Dribbling ball along the line by hand, meant for Geordie Johnson. How about that, Gather? If you can do it, I can do it too. Went forward towards McDougall. Umpire paid the mark. And he'll look to loop onto that right boot from half forward. Can they get a score into the breeze, East Point? Myers in front, been important. So Matricati gets the spread. They go to the closer option there in Brodie Ward on his left foot. Sends the ball along the line. Brown had a bit of it, and then he threw it over the line. There'll be a boundary throwing.
That was a lovely kick, actually, by Brodie Ward. Very skillful, kept it on the boundary line, no turnover risk.
Brown
there.
did well to loosen the body, collapsed forward with the tackle, and umpire just didn't take the bait. Throw in. Van Meel again. Siren sounds for half-time here. Entertaining game of footy at Marty Bush, and they're just letting Matty Johnson know that That kind of behaviour isn't welcome here.
Yeah, that was more than feeling that Johnson went in with. He got away with one there.
Brown dragging Joel Cadman out of that little group.
Yeah, he's a ripper, Jacob Brown. He just wants a fair contest. Brown will get in there and make sure the boys are all...
There's a bit going on in there.
Well, there's some elevated frustrations. Just need a bit of leadership out there.
Myers hit the deck there with Brown, having a bit to say to each other.
Yeah, well, at half-time here, at Darley 5-9-39, lead East Point 3-5-23. Naturally, a bit of feeling creeping in. Just need a bit of leadership to separate the two and get to their respective rooms, and we'll get into it again after half-time. So Matty Johnson clearly not getting a game on his own terms this afternoon.
Absolutely, he's in the thick of it, Todd.
Yeah, well, there's playing on the edge and there's playing over the edge, and he's doing a little bit more of the latter as the very frustrated Henderson medal favourite as he's got a bit to do in the second half, does Matty Johnson, because his side trails by 16 points.
Not exactly ideal, both teams walking off the ground side by side, and you reckon Ken Inkley had a bit to say to Jack Ginnivan last night. There's plenty going back and forth here between the two teams.
And not to mention over the fence too, Macca, there's quite the verbal encouragement. But it's Darley who lead at half-time here, to the rapturous applause of the travelling Devils fraternity that made the trip up to Marty Bush. They lead the hot favourites, East Point 3-5-23. Darley 5-9-39. Darley, Clark, you've got the goal scorers.
Yeah, well, a scoreless East Point in the second quarter. It was probably more evidence that the conditions are getting more difficult as the day wears on. So Johnson has 2. That's Jordan Johnson 2. And Robinson 1 for East, and for Darley, Myers the only multiple goal scorer on the ground with 2. Bewley 1, Inglis 1, and Wright 1.
Darley with an all-important 16-point lead at half-time in the BFNL's preliminary final action, brought to you by the BFNL Match Centre and the Red Onion Vision. A break, a chance for all and sundry to go and have a little spell before we reload ahead of an all-important season, do or die, second half here from Marty Bush. Welcome back to Marty Bush Reserve ahead of the second half action here in the preliminary final decider. Winner through to the grand final to take on the all-conquering Bloods, who are just smoking the pipe watching this unfold in front of us. It's the Devils who lead by 16 points. They're against the breeze in this third term. Baker copped the hard one and he's down again. Right foot kick from Jones. Got a bit of territory. Brett needs to be clean. Turn McDougall inside out. Searching hand pass into the breeze was nearly as good as a kick given what's transpired this afternoon.
A left-handed hand pass. 15 metres into the breeze.
You can just see those dark grey skies on the horizon, on the vision. Thankfully, they gave us a spell. We've been promised no hail, but hasn't said anything for the rest. Boundary throw in. Loose ball opportunity. Andy has a party. Needed to be harder at the contest. Gathered there by Dodd. Shoveled it out. Baker. Been okay. Awkward looking kick. Gather was, nearly clean by Spiteri. Adam Azzopardi had a good opening half. Had it knocked away from him over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Well, there's only two ways, clean or not.
Indeed, 16-point lead to the Devils. 5-9 plays, 3-5. 14 scoring shots to 8. Equates to a 16-point advantage. Well, they went over the head of the ruckman and Hovey did his own roving. Right foot kick towards half forward, in from the side. Nice mark taken there by Forson. Confidence up. He was okay in the opening half.
He just cut off Brody Wright's lead and away you went.
He went to Baker and he's non-preferred. Coughed it up. He's down again, Baker. Should be running to the left side, Luther. Now the kick comes out of the East Point defence. Jeffrey got it to Canny. Back to Jeffrey. They had three players around Jeffrey, so they're going to have an outnumber here somewhere. East Point, Geordie Johnson in front. Lahore did well. Super player, but they coughed it up. Myers, the kick was good.
Very good.
His kick's been exemplary in this 2 1/4 bits of play. Right foot kick from Cadman. Spiteri, almost again. He's had an almost game today, has the spud. Chance here for Merritt, quick hands, and they'll negotiate out of trouble. Through Howard, got plenty on the kick. Hovey front spot, couldn't take the mark.
Oh, wow.
What's happened there? Free kick to Johnson. Couldn't have been against Hovey, must have been behind that.
Yeah, but Johnson pushed him into Hovey.
So Geordie Johnson had a good opening half. Right foot kick, got plenty on it. Brown's gone forward. Over the back, look out, McDougall. Can't keep the big man there for too long. Won't sit for him. Borough fans loving it. Left foot kick across the body for Crawford.
Play on.
Well, didn't even go the required distance. Jeffrey loves a goal. Cross the face.
Kicks
no, he
it.
snuck it in. The Kangas are back in town.
That was messy. That was messy from Devils defenders, but he only needed half a chance. Great finish.
Good player, Jack Jeffrey. Still only, he wouldn't even be 20, Jeffrey. Probably the age, right on his back there, 19.
Showed some good poise there. Kicked on nice drop punt.
Yeah, he's going to be, if not already, a handful for a lot of games for the red, white and blue.
And that's just what Point needed. The East Point needed that first goal of the second half. Get a bit of momentum.
3.5 minutes gone. Back in the restart. Hovey won the tab. Adam Azzopardi came off half forward, gathered cleanly. And squared away a stoppage. Very important first goal to East Point. Whilst they kick with the breeze, you're expecting them to outscore the Devils. Matty Johnson fired the hand pass out. Awkward kick from Rodder Moronis, cut off there by Joel Cadman. Sent the ball forward out in the Fawcett direction. Had size to beat. Size prevailed. He's off. He's gone. Umpire call play on. Right foot kick in the Geordie Johnson direction. Brown, Cadman, Geordie Johnson took it over the line. There'll be a boundary throw in. Half forward broadcast side. Feeling on field and off field. Every bit of a final. Hovey won the tap. Found Matty Johnson. Hurried kick forward. Duncan Cabin read it well off the boot. So he's got Ward. Needs to be quick. And harder overhead. They're under the pump here. Taylor will do the mobbing up. Kicking it over to Filmer.
Stretch, couldn't gather, can shoot for goal here. Unselfish across the body, bouncing ball. Finds its way over the line and out of bounds.
If you're going to make that switch, it's got to be definite. Hit a target to then get the next link-up kick. Otherwise, the pressure stays on in your forward half.
Well, that was the intention.
There was a man further over the back of Ward that the ball should have gone to.
Boundary throw in. It'll be Hovey and Van Meel again. They need to be accountable around stoppage here, the Devils. East Point.
Duncan Kent on his own here at this stoppage down the front.
Hovey won the tap. Brown, good strong play there from Hovey to follow through on Brown. Clearing kick from Duncan Cadman to a 2-on-1. Inglis fell over at the key time. Molan had a good opening half. Howard's been okay. Rodham Moronis at ground level. Howard just giving Joel Cadman a little clip on the way past. Little how you doing? Ball up half forward for the Kangas. Van Meel and Hovey had a terrific battle in the ruck. Hovey, well, he might have caught one high. Umpire said no.
Oh, wow. You wouldn't want to tackle an umpire like that. You might get a few weeks.
And you two not the only providing special comments this afternoon. Plenty coming from over the fence. Tap one by Hovey. Need to be quick, and he was. He got rid of it in the end. Bewley with strength took on Johnson. Tackle taken to the ground. Ball set up for Merritt. Territory gained across the field towards half forward. Danger here. Need to be clean. Taylor was. Loves the final. Sends the ball forward. Off hands. Oh, look out. Molan gathered tackle. Pressure was good. Philman needed to be harder at the footy. Look out. McDougall's got it now. Tackle was good from Cadman. Holding the ball was the cry. Denied by the umpire. Molan was good. Just took his eye off the ball. Dodd to Johnson. Back to Dodd. Over the line. Boundary throw in.
That was good tackling and good contest. McDougall did well to get a handball away in the end.
6.5 minutes gone, third term. 10-point lead to the Devils, who kick into a 2 or 3 goal breeze.
So you got Gardner on his own at this stoppage. Goal side.
Hovey, there he is. Touch of the fumbles, not for the first time today, and gets its way over the line for a boundary throw-in. He needs to grab the ball, not tap the ball. But it's all learnings.
Yeah, so Gardner, defensive side of this stoppage, is unmarked, so he needs to influence the clearance.
Well, he had his opportunity at the prior. So there's the throw-in. Hovey in front, tapped it. Clean bowl, Denham. Gardner on cue, got it again, Clark.
Yep, he's got the right idea, which is good. Hovey will tap it to that spot.
5-9 plays 4-5. 7.5 minutes gone. Throw in. Hovey won the tap. Rodham Moronis knocked it forward to Canny. Only as far as Mitch Ward. Tumbling kick. Into the middle of the ground. Half forward. Spiteri went the soccer. Missed it. Swing and a miss, they call it. That was a hold. Umpire called play on. Kangas have been unlucky there. Filmer's under the pump. Shoveled it through the legs. Ward took on the tackler. Crawford had the kick smothered off the hands of Thompson over the line for a boundary throw-in.
It's a good result for Darley because it was all these point down the line.
As we saw in the second term, any impetus forward that East Point had, Darley had the numbers to repel. So Bewley and Johnson going head-to-head now. So Willems on his own, so too Merritt at this stoppage. Boundary throw-in. Hovey won the tap, second attempt. Knocked it only as far as Matty Johnson. Got it over the top to that player in question there in Jones. Set the ball forward, Cadman. Brett dropped it. Umpire called play on Cadman. Over the footy, there'll be a ball up. 35 metres out from the East Point goal.
So Joel Cadman's dropped off the, he's the spare. Now Myers has actually got someone to account for. So Joel Cadman.
As your goalkeeper call from the first quarter, Clark. Do they need one? Well, Johnson just threw it over the top. McDougall. So good in these. Oh, look out! There's a shot out of the congestion. Somehow manufactured a score.
Yeah, good effort. Great strength. 2 people he had tackling him as he kicked that.
Quality player. 71 goals this year. So Bewley will assume the kicking duties.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility.
So he'll come broadcast side. Got plenty on the kick. Look at it hold up, though. Gardner's in front. Strong.
Wow.
Good grab.
I mean, there were still 5 players with their back to that ball when Gardner marked it.
This is an important kick, though, from the youngster. Kept it low, did well. Right presented, took an uncontested mark in the end, worked his way to the front.
Smart kick into the wind, that.
Well, he's
Slow
got
and
no one on the
hard.
mark. He can push forward if he likes here, right?
That's really good play by
Still
Gardner.
nobody on the mark. Well, Merritt representing.
Still 15 metres.
Awkward kick. Van Meel went the spoil as he so often has today, more often in a ruck contest. Ball spat out to Jeffrey. Here's a chance for the Kangas. Right foot kick to Brett and McDougall. Brett did well. Brown's around there to provide the support. McDougall tackled. Somehow manufactured a hair pass. Look out, Devils. Ward, quick hands, Myers. Hair pass smothered. Chance for Taylor. Kick ricocheted off board. Nearly gave McCorkey. Hurry to get out of the congestion. Beyond the defensive
Didn't
50.
go out.
Molan was good. The kick in the Dodd direction. And Dodd's gone down. And there'll be a free kick.
He really could have caused some damage there, Hovey, but he didn't really go super hard in that contest because he would have been pretty late. But as he acknowledged, he put his hand up straight away to acknowledge that, he
Played
wasn't
on,
going
gave
there
it to
try and split him in
Johnson.
half.
Set sail!
Goal.
Don't get beat with what you know. And the Devils have caught one up for the handball give. And Johnson with the receive and the finish. And East Point are back in business here.
Third time that's happened today. Twice for the Devils and once for East there. So I keep saying it, players have got to be alert no matter what the situation is in the game, especially when they're kicking with this wind.
The scorers have got a little bit carried away there.
Yes, they have.
Tell you what, some of the forward entries really haven't. I know he's a marking target in forward, McDougall, but they certainly haven't been kicking the ball to his advantage to make it easy for him either.
Darley hanging on. They lead by 3 points. Hippie into the ruck. Hovey having a spell. Pressure at ground level from both sides was good. Effective stoppage right in the middle of the ground here. Pull up. Impey wanted the hold denied.
Probably
Through
a
traffic
hold.
went Baker. Tackled. Taken to the ground. It'll be a ball up.
There's probably a tackle stat there in that contest.
In the ruck contest. Yeah, right. So a ball up here, attacking side of the middle of the ground. Impey, it was held. Umpire called play on. Chance here for Adam as a party. Got it to Denham. It was so good in that second quarter. Sent it wide into the pocket right. One under. Couldn't take
Held.
the mark. Oh, held, said the umpire.
Yeah, he had one hand being held.
Oh, is that why he went with the one hand?
I figure.
So the other one was being held too. So Wright, who kicked a couple of goals into the breeze in the last 2 weeks, albeit at Darley Park, he kicked right through the ball.
Yeah.
He will get the distance here.
He'll kick it hard.
Aim for the high vis.
He'll get the full power on it.
Sets the kick on its way.
It's a goal. What a good kick.
Great finish from Wright.
It's a steadier for Darley because East Point are up and about.
So they're just having a nightmare with that scoreboard at the moment. What is the score? That is the question.
6-9-45 to 4-6-30 it says on there.
No, they're 5-6. East Point are 5-6-36 to Darley 6-9-45.
Talk about a sleep at the wheel.
Yes, they've
It's a
just adjusted it now.
9-point game.
Right. Darley lead by 9 points.
No coincidence, Darley goal into the breeze when Denham gets involved.
Ball up at the restart. Impey won the tap, searching for Baker. Matty Johnson. Good pressure from Bewley. Not before. The smother from Baker. Well, Bewley threw it away.
He did.
Found Dodd, who gave it to Willems. And the young fellow went forward
skills.
to outer centre
Good
wing.
skills.
Merritt had some good touch and wasted no time and went forward in the Brown direction. Oh, Duncan Cadman got an important touch on it. Myers is under the pump. Now it's Ward's turn to get through. Ran to the defensive 50. Tumbling kick, right. Rewarded for playing in front. Didn't want to do the U-turn. Needs a handball give. Got it to Mitch Ward, who went wide to Spiteri. Took a diving chest mark on the floating kick from Ward.
Great attacking halfback play from Ward, who's available for the receive from Myers, and then again with Wright, and then an effective disposal there to Spiteri.
So the shimmy from Spiteri
just ended up in a tumbling kick to half forward. Now Jeffrey. Good hand pass. Got it over to Dodd.
Corridor.
He ran through the middle of the ground and he went long. Bouncing ball is off to the left and through for a minor score.
He's let that go from 70. Scored a point. Long points. McDougall won't be too happy with not receiving that ball.
Well, Geordie Johnson was all on his own as well to the outside.
You've got to lower your eyes at some stage coming into the forward line.
Myers runs his measure, gets it beyond the defensive 50. Impey.
Strong grab.
Yeah, the Vic Metro ruckman.
He's going inside.
Oh, look out.
Is
Don't
he?
go that way.
No, Ruckman, don't go inside.
Oh, look out. He's trying to get around Robinson. And then sent the ball forward. Right. Couldn't take the mark. Inglis missed the target. Bewley hair pass was sublime. Matricati's not so much. Out of bounds.
Yeah, look, Matricati had the right idea. He had a look, hesitated, and then got bumped as he handballed.
Just so good below his knees, Bewley, isn't he?
6-9-45, Darley. Lead East Point 5-7-37. Third term here. Marty Bush. Sun streaming down. Impey wanted the hole, denied. Matricati dropped it. Pinged by the umpire. And they're away with the advantage. Molan, awkward kick. Clean bowled Lahure. Here comes McDougall. How about the tackle? Terrific.
Oh, throw it in, thanks.
Over the line, out of bounds.
I'm not sure that the umpires actually knew who was in control there because they both looked at each other and just said, well, no decision.
We'll leave it up to you, boundary umpire.
The boundary umpire was in control.
Yes, indeed. 8-point lead to the Devils. Time ticking away. Near 16 and a half minutes gone. East Point in attack. They're pressing as Impey held again. Knocked away there by Van Meel. Good as a kick. Good pressure on the ball there from Ward and Co. And there'll be a boundary throw in. Dodd was the Kanga. Just the bulkier version. Both left footers.
This is going to
Just
be
a bulkier version of the
Impey.
Brody version.
Impey on the wrong side of his...
Yes, that's a good observation, Clark. So Van Meel on the right side. Somehow Impey got the tap. Denham led with the head, but happy to take the body contact and square away the stoppage.
Defensive side and in front.
Especially being a right-handed ruckman as well.
Needs to be goal side. Ball up. Grabbed out of the ruck by McDougall. Took them on. And there'll be a ball up.
No longer a rule, clearly.
20 metres out from the East Point goal. Tap one by Impey was good to Denham through traffic. Got it to Bewley. He'll get onto the left boot. Penetrating kick to a 2-on-1. Well, he's a bit stiff there. And speaking of stiff, Hobie looks a bit stiff.
Well, that ball just kept going and going and going. It was 8 metres out of bounds in the end. On the full.
So it'll be Q to send East Point. Look at Robinson. And McDougall had a bit of it. Nice quick hands, Lahure. Coughed it up. Through traffic. Taylor. Good pressure from Denham.
Good tackling.
Fair and legal from Denham.
We've seen lesser attempts at mark paid today, but McDougall not paid on that occasion.
Darley 45, East Point 37. Ball up. Johnson. Unrecognisable. Ruckman. Impey won that tap. Chance of Baker. Just threw it on the boot. Good spoil there from Hovey.
Very good.
And then he went to ground. Fawcett presented. Just carried it over the line for a boundary throwing.
He's a competitor for a big fella, Hovey, isn't he? He doesn't mind throwing his weight around and protecting his teammates in the vicinity of the footy. That's good.
It was an important spoil in a 1-on-3.
So a boundary throw in here.
Myers now the spare inside 50 for Devils.
Impey won the tap. Only as far as Canny. Outside of the right boot went forward. Good spoil from Matty Brad. Met solidly was Lahure. Somehow bounced off the tackle. Quick hands to Denham. Needs to be quick. Dropped it. Got away with it. Matricati sent the ball forward to a 3-on-1. Numbers prevail. And that's Matty Johnson with ball in hand. 19 minutes gone, third term. Darley lead by 8 points. He plays on and goes with the right boot. Deep into attack. McDougall a target through hands. Brown almost got it. Gathered there by Myers. It'll just hold up into the breeze. One bounce over the line.
There'll be a boundary throw in right in front of the broadcast position here.
For the influence that he has had on the game and is continuing to have on the game, I cannot believe that Myers, that +1, has not been equaled up in defence.
Well, they've just done that.
Just done that
Yeah,
right
but
now.
you've still then got Matricardi, and he's now going to him.
No, they've evened up here now.
Tap one by Impey. Denamed solidly. Taylor broke the tackle of Matricardi. Got ball to boot. Cross the face. Bouncing ball through for a behind.
It's good pressure at the stoppage from Darley, even though Taylor was a really good pickup, but he was off balance when he kicked.
Well, Melton were just waltzing out of stoppage last week, and
that's a very good
whilst
point.
they won by 43 points, they had some 25 more tackles. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, the Darley pressure is very different.
4 Melton players had more than the whole Darley account for the afternoon. But anyway, we're here at Marty Bush. It's a prelim. Matty Brett, plenty on the kick. Hovey the fly. Off hands and got it over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Darley have definitely kicked the ball in from a point restart much more effectively than East did in the second quarter.
Yep. Well, they've got the ball in the right hands. Boundary throw-in. Darley hanging in. They lead by 7 points. Tap one by Impey. Ground ball gathered there by Willems and Azapati. Call it even. Willems somehow got it to Johnson. He found Cairns on his non-preferred. Squaring spot to the danger zone. Robinson with front spot. Pushed his man. Somehow that's why Cabin ended up on the ground. And then he's just thrown the head back, Robinson.
Holding the ball.
Lucky to get away with it. Taylor got it to Cairns. High up and under. Ball picking up with the breeze. Myers gets it through. Carries it over.
Paid the mark.
Oh, he paid the mark. Well, he's completed that mark behind the goal line.
Well, the whole ball clearly wasn't over the line, Todd. Looking at the video whisk we play.
And Myers lowers the eyes, gets it beyond the defensive 50. Chance here for Spiteri. Squaring ball. Shark there by Q. Hurried kick. Cairns took the mark. 50 metres out from goal.
Everyone sagged. East Point had 3 players on the 50-metre arc.
Bit of a miscued kick there, but
Yep.
you know their entries. I know they've kicked 2 goals this quarter, East Point, but their entries into the forward 50 haven't been decisive by any means. They've just been getting it forward however they can.
Big kick in the scheme of things, this one.
So it's a prodigious kick. I reckon it's got the journey,
Absolutely.
but not the accuracy. So off to the left.
Good judge. You'd had the journey all right.
So all the scores left of screen.
Jesse Cairns.
Coming to the Lover Duck end. As Myers will bring the ball back into play. Look at that. He just took the breeze out of that. Hovey the fly at the back. Thompson claimed it. Denied by the umpire. Stacks on the mill. There'll be a ball up.
I think that's the better kick-out option, Myers being a right footer as distinct from Bewley as a left footer. Ball's going to come in towards more the centre rather than going towards a boundary like it did last time when Bewley kicked it out.
It's a goal in it. Banmere won the tap, found Taylor, dispossessed. Baker held up, spilled it. Chance here for Ronda Moronis, could give it to Johnson. Weaved one way, then the next, and then sent the ball forward to Brown, was strong, and it knocked away from him. The dangerous Johnson gathers, sends the ball forward, and through for a behind.
Wow, he was in between kicking it to McDougall and kicking for goal and missed both.
Still not kicking it to his advantage, though.
No, he's having a frustrating day.
He was going to say he would be very frustrated at the moment.
So Myers brings the ball back in from the Lover Duck end, beyond half back, off the hands of Johnson. Loose ball opportunity for Thompson, and it knocked away from him by Hovey over the line for a boundary throw-in.
So it's a 5-point game. It needs to be a big 5 minutes from either team here. Could really crack the game open.
So it'll be Impey and Van Meel.
It's 1-on-1 East Point's goal side.
Tap one by Impey, got it to Adam Azapati. Oh, forced it with the juggling attempt. Not paid the mark, didn't go the required distance, said the umpire.
14 metres.
24 minutes gone in this third term. Darley lead by 5 points. Tap one by Van Meel. Rodder Moronis has tried hard. That involuntary soccer favoured Inglis, who went to ground. The reinforcements come. Ball squeezed out, force it. Got it to Bewley. Onto the left boot. Sent it forward.
Go and get it.
Hovey at the back. Right. Ground ball, Spiteri, house together, bouncing ball, it's travelling, and cut off in the last line there by Q, who rushes it through from behind. So he wastes no time. Plays on, goes out of sight. Awkward looking kick, but a territory game.
Oh,
Crawford fell over again. Chance here for Molan, who got it to Cairns. Squaring kick to Jones. They're out here,
Brown
the
out the
Kangas.
back.
Overcooked the hand
turnover.
pass. But still,
That's
rewarded
the
for
numbers.
keeping their feet. And they get around
Nice
through
tackle.
traffic. Chance here for Jones. Right foot kick out into the pocket.
Oh,
Matthew
McDougall,
Brett.
look at him shake his head. Oh, wow.
Matthew Brett
McDougall's
saves the
out.
day,
He's
and he
20
goes
metres
short.
over the back.
Towards Myers, who's got Ward lateral. Needs to be hard here. And he was. Oh, look out. It's the dangerous Shorty Johnson. Squares the kick. Need to
Made
be
it
good
spoiled.
here. Johnson.
Was held in the contest.
Yeah, lucky, unlucky not to be
Yeah, he
paid a free for a hold.
definitely held. His arm, as a party, grabbed his arm in the contest, but
A goal in it here. 25 and a half minutes gone. Third term. Ball up. Van Meer won that tap. Straight to Denham. Clearing kick. Territory gain. They'll cop that. The Devils right in front. Dangerous.
Inglis breaks for him, but it's a dangerous kick into the corridor.
So he sets it out in the direction of Fawcett, but they'll get the territory gain forward.
This actually works okay for East Point. It gets the thin out the number of players on their goal half. They've got a big chance here from this stoppage because they're really on top now at the boundary throw-in takeaway.
Tick over 26 minutes gone. Darley lead by 6 points. Tap one by Van Meer. Well, that was high.
It was very high.
And not high enough. There'll be a ball up. Darley lead by 6 points.
Shoulder high.
26 and a half minutes gone
Cauliflower.
in this third term. East Point kicking with the breeze in this quarter.
Good effort, Impey.
A rare fumble from Spiteri. Todd's hair pass, got it to Johnson. Inside, outside, Torpedo, got it towards half forward. Jim McDougall did well. He was the meter between the sandwich. He's going to square away a stoppage here. He's nearly going to win his own ball. Jeez, he did well there, McDougall. Well done. Take him out.
He did, but I tell you who also did well there. Myers kept the ball in because East Point were out, and Myers just squared it off.
27 minutes gone, third term, ball up. Impey found Johnson to the hot spot. Matty Brett,
Great
strong
grab.
overhead.
Great grab by Brett.
Yeah.
He attacks the ball so well. He's
Well, you've got
One grab.
Matty Brett at one end with his intercept marking. Jacob Brown and Jackson Merritt at the other. Awkward looking kick. Lahore in front. Johnson, strong overhead, couldn't gather the mark. Swarm of Devils around him. Nearly got the hand pass through traffic. Denham managed to release the ball in time. Rodimer has played for the push and got it.
wow, that is not clever
take the bait.
umpiring. Pick up the ball and fall on the ground and have a look at that.
Yeah, and here 28 minutes gone. Third term. Shot on goal here for Rodimer. Yeah. So they trailed by 6 points. East Point with a shot to come. 28 minutes gone.
It's a tie
Third
scores.
term.
It's a tied up.
Finals made for this man. How about the finish? Gets plenty on the kick. Danger zone. Off hands. Myers makes a sure thing of it.
Just
Through for a
got
rush behind.
Just got under it a
Yeah,
touch,
he just
didn't
got
he?
under it a bit, didn't he? He did.
He's certainly been one of East Point's best and one of the better players on the ground today.
So it'll be Bewley to bring the ball back into play. Darley lead by 5 points. 28 and a half minutes gone. Third term. Goes with that left boot. Right the fly. Got plenty of it. Off hands. Over the line.
So Darley set up to go the other side of the ground there, and Bewley did not want to go there, and he's remonstrating now with several of his teammates saying, no, that's not the game plan.
Stick to what you know. Boundary throw in here. 5 point lead to the Devils.
So Bewley's passed on the instructions. Let's see how they go.
Well, Impey just got thrown out of that contest. Impey won it. Merritt, important smother there from Ward. Rodamarona's tackled, bailed up there by Bewley and Fawcett.
And as a party.
On the other side, yep.
Good tackle.
In that order.
Good triple.
And there'll be a ball up 50 metres away from the East Point goal. They trailed by 5 points. Tap one by Impey as a party gathered with one hand.
Threw ball on the boot somehow. Brown was clever. Was meant for Williams. He couldn't gather. It's a hot footy.
Go under.
Johnson had his head over the ball. Impey got it to Bewley. Tackled, taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up 51 metres away from the East Point goal.
It's probably stating the obvious, but it's calling for brave footballers need to get their head over the ball here, the ground ball.
Ball up. Impey won the tap. Swing and a miss by foot there from Duncan Cabin. Opened the door for Dodd. He got it to Ronald Moronis again. And Brown! Unmarked. Right place, right time. We'll go back and have a shot here. Deep in time on. 30 minutes gone, third term.
Yep, this will put East Point in front.
The average is, 25 disposals a game. It's not bad for a half back.
Well, it was fortuitous. The fact that it was just a dump kick, but he gets in the right spots so often.
Yeah, quality player.
You're going to receive the ball.
No more important kick in season 2024 than this one for Jacob Brown. Kicks on its way, just got a bit of the ball. Myers the fly and knocks it through. Impey. Just mistiming
just
the ball.
Tried to caress it, he didn't try to overkick it, which is the right thing to do, but didn't get enough on it.
4-point lead to Darley.
He was 55 metres out. It still takes a skillful kick.
Indeed. So Myers kicks it further than Brown did into the breeze. Ground ball, Inglis looked for Fawcett, went without it. Chance of Bewley. Went searching for Inglis. Found Merritt. Dangerous. Johnson high up and under kick with the breeze. Going back Myers for the outfield catch.
Here's the goalkeeper. The sweeper.
He's cramping up, Myers.
So the first two quarters, Todd, went for 33 minutes, and we're well into the 32nd minute of this quarter.
Only 3 goals kicked, but a lot of stoppages.
So he goes out of side for a rare occasion in this term. Joel Cadman couldn't gather.
Another free kick to East Point.
Oh, good spot there against Joel Cadman. He's not sure what for, but over the shoulder. It'll go to Dodd.
Yep. Head over the ball. He earned it.
So left foot kick, high up and under kick. Players present. 2's down. Look out. Robertson is. Quick hands. Matricardi got an important hand on the ball. Johnson went searching for Cairns to Ronald Moronis across the body. McDougall punched away by Brett. Did well. Need to be quick. Andy has the party. Coughed it up. Gave it to Merritt.
Goal.
Kick over the body.
Goal.
Is a goal. East Point in front at Marty Bush.
And Matty Brett limping off with an ankle.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stinger. He'll be all right.
And McDougall very sore too in that clash. Oh, wow, that was a really good pickup, but found the wrong player with the handball.
Yeah, in the wrong jumper there. Young Andy has a party. And East Point have the lead. It took them the best part of 32 and a half minutes in this third turn to arrest that half-time deficit.
They lead by 2 points.
They'll take it. Still a quarter to play here. The Kangas win with a snip for the late goal. Ball up. Impey the fly. Went early. So Van Meel. No impact. Baker. Kick smothered. Here they go again. Van Meel across the body. Cut off there by Denham. Was strong. Shark there by Johnson. Reward for keeping your feet. Send it towards half forward. Looking for Jordan Johnson. Great mark by Lahoure. So he can go short and awkwardly to Ward.
Stood his ground well, the young fella.
So Brody Ward with ball in hand. Couldn't be long left.
That's it.
Siren. 33 minutes.
Good timing, Toddy.
3/4 time here at Marty Bush. East Point lead Darley by 2 points. 6-12-48. The Devils 6-10-46. The winner into a grand final. McDougall looks a bit sore, but he's not on his own. There's a few blood supporters getting around here with smiles on their face, given the physical toll it's had on these players this afternoon.
Yeah, there's a lot of stoppages that quarter, Toddy, and there wasn't a lot of decisive exits from the stoppages either, so it was really hot and hard contested footy around that. And I know East Point are 2 points up, but overall, if I was Joe Carmody, I'd be really concerned, because for the amount of footy they had in their forward half, the number of forward entries into their 50 there in that quarter, they should have been converting better than that. And the number of times that they kicked the ball to Bryce McDougall and didn't kick it to his advantage, I think in some way that was a little bit of a wasted quarter of footy for East Point.
Clark, you've got the goal scorers.
Yes, well, in third quarter for East Point, Jeffries kicked one, M. Johnson won, and Merritt won in their 3 goals 7 for the term with the Wearies. And Darley scored 1 goal 1, and that was a goal to Wright, his second. So Myers 2, Wright 2, Bewley and Inglis 1 each for the Devils.
Just touch on a handful of the better players from both sides over the journey thus far.
I think Rhoda Moromis has been terrific for East Point. You know, it's a day for contested footy, you know, especially early on when it was very wet. Look, the Johnsons have had their influence on the game as well. You know, Molan's been in and out, but for mine, the player that's had the biggest influence on the game for me has been Myers. For the amount of footy that he's had, for the 2 goals that he's been able to kick, and the number of forward entries that he's been able to help nullify, I think he's been terrific. Hovey's been, you know, a great competitor. Worked really hard around the ground. You know, Wright's given them something a little bit up forward, but. We're in for a thrilling last quarter of footy here. 2 points of difference. You know, if Darley can score early and get the momentum behind them, it's going to really make it hard for East to make that up.
So East Point led at quarter time by 16. The Devils at half time
16.
By 16. And that lead has been cancelled out. And East Point now lead by 2 points with a quarter to play in the BFNL match of the round. Preliminary final here from Marty Bush. A break and back with the final quarter action in 5 minutes' time.
There's one name you can trust for all the stories this winning season.
This is winning season news.
Bringing you the major events.
I won a car.
This is huge news, Lisa.
It happened right here.
The highs, the lows.
Sir, is it true?
No comment.
The cheeseburgers.
I want a cheeseburger.
A news source you can trust. Nationwide, 24/7.
The drive-through is busy.
Powerful stuff.
The Monopoly game at Macca's returns Wednesday.
When's this going to be on TV?
It's the Ballarat Football Netball League top 5 for the second round of the finals. Kicking us off at number 1, Jackson Merritt here from East Point. It was a great gather here. He runs into a bit of space. Coaches hate the U-turn, but he just ignores that. Goes at goal, and it's home. Number 2, this is just a laser-like finish. Jordan Kite. He was miles out of the field of play when he kicked it. How did he bend that around? Right in front of the crowd too. Number 3, it's the quick-thinking Fraser Perkins from Ballarat here. He didn't have a lot of time to operate. Gets it in the pack. Left foot snap. Great goal. Number 4, Lachlan Watkins from Melton here. This is just great forward line pressure. Gets the fist from behind, runs onto it, and then just finishes cleanly. That is class. Number 5, Liam Canny from East Point here. How's this for a finish? Just goes off the ground. You don't see that every day. That is uncanny.
Welcome back to Marty Bush Reserve. Grounds in Ripperneck. Had a bit of rain and it's really held up well. Breezy conditions prevailed for the entire match to date. East Point have had their 2 quarters with the breeze. Now it's Darley's turn. Swirly breeze though. Low scoring affair, 6-10-46. Darley trail East Point 6-12-48. Final quarter action. Grand final berth awaits the winner. Ball up. No ruckman can impact the contest. Johnson will get the first disposal. Gets it to half forward. Bouncing ball gathered by Cadman on the left boot. Matricati got a terrible bounce, but he tackled Brown and took him to the ground. And there'll be a ball up on centre wing broadcast side.
The tackling's been a real feature from both clubs today. A lot of really good tackling.
Ball up. Tap one by Hovey. Ground level ball. Somehow Duncan Cadman, well, they've called play on. Rodemaronis took the advantage, and Matthew Brett took the intercept, and he's proppy.
That ankle is not good.
So Matthew Brett with ball in hand will go onto the left boot. That's how bad the right foot is. He got plenty on the kick, overcooked it. Howard can do the mopping up and send the ball back to the danger zone half forward. Ward was clean. Quick answer, Lahouray. Oh, look out. Denham needs to be quick. Johnson the tackle. Through traffic he goes. Arches the back. Made it difficult for Ward, who did well. Got it to Baker.
They need to kick the football.
As he did to the attacking 50. Off hands over the line for a boundary throw in. And the Borough faithful, not the Devils faithful, just giving the East Point defenders
That was a good decision by Baker.
a reminder.
He kicked the ball. He was thinking about the handball, but he kicked it 55.
Boundary throw to take place. 51 metres out from goal. Sun streaming down in the eyes of the ruckman. We've had it all today. Wind, rain, sleet, and now sun. Throw in. Gathered, well, went through the hands of Hovey. Johnson got an important role to play in this final term. He's a little sore. The ball's gone over the line for a boundary throw in, and he's holding his knee, Johnson.
He's hurt his knee here. Maybe a bit cool.
He might be all right. Ouch.
It's one-on-one here, though. There's not a spare. So the Coach Carmody is on to, well, maybe Coach Jordan's actually on the even up as well.
So a forward 50 entry for the Devils, albeit shallow. Hovey just tried to knock it to Baker, missed him, found Merritt, was tackled awkwardly. Chance of Rodemaronis. How about the gather? And the he's gone!
He paid it! And Denham has a wry smile.
Well, when you get a tackle to stick on Rodemaronis, that deserves a wry smile. You've got to give yourself a rap. He's not an easy man to tackle.
He's not. He's always moving, always on the move.
So he's been quite industrious today, Denham. That really sums up his afternoon.
So he's taking time out of the game here, summing it up.
Left foot to the danger zone. Inglis. Ground level ball. I'll be happy to get a stoppage here. Inglis somehow fumbled it off the knee. Thompson outside of the right knee. Denham leading into the race. Happy to see it over the line for a boundary throw-in. Some tired players, Clark.
Yeah, I thought Inglis was going to slide in underneath that one and take a cheeky little chest mark 20 out. But he did well anyway to pop up with a footy in the end in a congestion.
Some of these boys look like they've played 5 quarters. We're in the 4th quarter and we're only 3 and a bit minutes in. Throw in, Darley in attack. Impey at the back, worked his way. Just had a swing and a miss by hand. Inglis gathered clean, then dropped it. Got away with it. Had his back turned to the umpire. East Point players pleading with the umpire for holding the ball. Desperate stakes, ball up, 40 metres out from the Darley goal.
After he dropped it, he was driven into the ground, so...
So ball up here, Impey.
Stalemate.
Won the tap, Rodemaronis again. Quick hands to Jones, tumbling kick forward. Robinson! Oh, couldn't quite hang on to it. Clever hand pass from Geordie Johnson, got it to Molan, went to ground. Ward needs to be clean, he was. Hand pass was loose, made it difficult for Joel Cadman. Brother Duncan, he was held. Umpire called play on.
Hey, this umpire here,
oh, look out.
50 metres away, has paid the free kick for holding the man. The correct decision.
Is he not the boundary umpire, this bloke?
He did come off the boundary.
No, he is the third umpire, but wasn't the umpire in control, but probably wasn't on the blind side either and had a better view of that incident.
It was there. But they're still unfortunate there. Now, there's a high kick from Duncan Cadman. So Mitch Ward's kept presenting today. He had a good game last week.
manning the unbannable Braden Kite. Kick
Right.
goes forward, right!
That is a very good kick by Mitch Ward. He told Wright where to lead, and the half forward in front of Wright did well to lead away from that space.
And that is the difference between that first 50 entry and a lot of East Point's 50 entries in the third quarter. Blazed a lot, kicked the ball long, hoped McDougall would mark it. Wright comes to the footy, takes a grab.
50 metres out from goal. Kicks on its way.
Misses.
Off to the left.
Point of difference.
Sigh of relief from the Kangas faithful. Margin now 1. 5 minutes gone, final term. 6-12 play, 6-11. It'll be the trusty boot of Jacob Brown to bring the ball back into attack and into play, and he goes short. It's okay to Jones.
So, yeah, I figure they have to come this side.
Nearly made a meal of that, the Kangas.
There's been no success going to that side of the ground.
So wax on, wax off from the Kangas defenders. So Jones, awkward kick, Bewley, missed it. Ground ball, gathered by Merritt, couldn't get the hand pass through traffic. Matty Johnson's been huge in the second half. After a frustrating opening half. He's led from the front in the third term in a bit. Hobie grabbed it out of the ruck, needs to release the ball. He did. Somehow Merritt ran onto the ball, knocked off the ball by the Ward. Chance here for Denham.
It's 1-on-1 all over the ground now, all even.
Tick over 6 minutes gone, final term. East Point lead by, well, just that, a point.
Jeffrey on Myers.
Hobie won the tap, searching for Bewley. Merritt, clever hands to Taylor. Dump as he kicked. Ball went forward. Jeffrey had front spot. Oh, he's grabbed his ankle. Looks in pain. Chance for Bewley. Ridden into the ground. There'll be a ball up. So, there's a bit of walking wounded out there at the moment. Trying conditions. Really asking a lot. Hovey found Cadman. Tackled. Somehow got the hand pass to Baker.
They threw it away.
Under pressure, released the ball. Taylor went boundary side, could only find Joel Cadman. Kick around the body. That right was pushed. Umpire called play on. He was right there.
He looked at it and called play on.
Did well to keep his feet there, right? There'll be a boundary throw in 30 metres around from the Darley goal.
To be fair to the defender, he only had one hand on the 1 and one hand on the 5.
Boundary throw in. MP won the tap, found Spiteri. Kick smothered, good pressure from the East Point defence. They try to keep it alive, Spiteri. They can hurt those kicks in close when they get the boot gets the smother, but he's okay.
Excellent.
And the ball's over the line for a boundary throw in. So the best part of 20 metres around from the Darley goal. So they'll look to get some separation here, the Devils, if they can.
Yeah, Baker setting off the stoppage here at 50.
So Impey
Bewley
won
on the
the
move.
tap, only found Thompson though. Dodd.
I like that stoppage play. Bewley got on the move and Impey went the palm behind him. Didn't come off that time, but it's a big set play.
Ball up, tap one by Impey, found Thompson, and they're out of trouble here, East Point momentarily though. Oh, Ward was held. Well, he played for it, didn't get it.
Oversold it.
So Merritt switched the ball. That's a good kick. Found Robinson, couldn't hang on to the mark. He's corralled. He did well there. Crawford, good pressure. Tumbling ball forward. East have got numbers here. They can get over the top. They've got the overlap. Molan can get at the Rodemaronis. Oh, it's been cut off by Myers. He'd bob up in your soup today, Myers. Hand pass to Bewley, who was stationary. Back to Myers. Awkward kick. Fawcett's got a couple to beat. They do. Oh, Merritt missed the target, opened the door for Wright, took on the would-be tackler, and then crunched.
Holding the ball.
And holding the ball.
Just needed to release it. You see what he's trying to do, break a tackle and get onto his right foot.
9 minutes gone, final term. East Point lead by a point.
Great tackling by East Point. They were under the pump there.
And the kick was good out wide to Johnson. Speaking of Matty Johnson.
They're starting to stick a few chains on the way out now.
And a nice grab.
Lahoure again.
He's been good today, Lahoure.
In the back.
Paid the push.
Okay, saw that one.
So Geordie Johnson with ball in hand. They've had a good battle. Right foot kick, keeps it low into the breeze, goes wide into the pocket, Robinson at the back,
Brett.
Mark in front, Matthew Brett.
So strong.
Top 3 intercept marks in the comp.
He's going the danger
Armageddon.
kick. Is he going the danger kick? Yes. Yeah, he's going the danger kick.
So you'll get it to Myers.
Somebody needs to get around him if he takes the mark, Matty Brett, and get a handball off him at times.
Unbelievable.
What was Gardner trying to do there, but somehow it paid off. Got it to Cadman with a high up and under
Spiteri.
torpedo. Need a lucky bounce here. It'll find its way over the line for a throw-in 51 metres away.
He's in massive pain, Matt Brett, just limping all the
Yeah, he's
time
coming
after
off.
he's kicked that footy.
It's coming off. Oh, the hero's coming off.
Well, it's Armageddon on the horizon. Each point are in the game here. If this rain can find its way to Marty Bush,
Absolutely. There's lots of it in the background.
there's plenty. Boundary throw-in.
Brown unmarked here at the front of this stoppage.
Van Meel in front. Oh, over the back. Lux of Fortune found Jones with a high up and under kick. Mitch Ward. Cadman. Neither. Now East Point have got numbers. Ward needs to hold it. He did well to square away that stoppage.
East Point are on top here. They are winning the 50-50s or squaring it away. Darley need to lift if they're going to get enough shots on goal to win the game.
Who wants it more? East Point lead by a point. There's some rain on the way. Ball up. Tap one by Hobie. Nearly an inside 50. Matricardi took his eyes off it. Brace for body contact. Jones got it to Slater. They went forward to a one-on-one. Oh, Molan should have tried to take the mark, but he opted to knock the ball down. There'll be a ball up. Gee, he did all the good work to work his way to the front there, Molan.
That's a good effort by Point. They are flying. They're on top of this game.
11 and a half minutes gone. Ball up. Hobie. Van Meel won the tap. Cadman coughed it over towards Ward. Did well. Got some territory gain. Players set themselves right at the back. Couldn't take the mark. Ground ball. Matricardi went to the body. Didn't keep his eyes on the footy. Chance here for Willems. He's out of bounds.
Boy, no pressure at ground level there when that ball went into the forward 50, and it came out just as quick there from in Darley's forward 50.
That's probably the last 4 times.
12 minutes gone, final term. East Point hanging in. They lead by a point. Chance here for Geordie Johnson. He's tackled. Forced a hair past Bewley. Was strong. Quick hands to Spiteri. Can get it over towards Andy. Has a party. Has a shot on goal.
Misses.
Scores level.
And the heavens are going to open up here in a minute.
Yeah. We could go from sunscreen to a flood here.
Frostbite. It's 6 degrees here despite the sunshine.
Scores are level, 12 and a half minutes gone, final term. East Point still in with a sniff. Jacob Brown brings the ball broadcast side, tumbling kick. Slater in front, and it knocked away from him by the big fella Hobie. Johnson and Geordie. Johnson to Johnson had eyes for the ball. Chance to Denham through traffic, got it to Matricardi. Squeeze the kick out. Bouncing ball, need to be clean. Gardner, pick it up, son. Couldn't. Ground ball, he's still over it.
He's back
now
on
he's
it.
in trouble.
Well done.
But he'll square away the stoppage.
Yes, if he was just clean first time, he had a handball receive, but anyway, it was a good effort by Gardner. You want to got back on it.
Scores level, 6-12 apiece. 13 minutes gone, final term.
30 metres out from Darley's goal.
Right, won the tap, somehow got it to Baker, high up and under kick, umpire will pay the mark. Gardner worked his way to the front, couldn't impact the contest. Dribbling ball, chance here for Slater, kick cut off, chance to right. Brown with the soccer, Spiteri over the footy, tackled, taken to the ground, there'll be a ball up.
It's a delicate decision going into a contest like that. If you're going to kick the ball off the ground, if another player's going to dive on it, could be kicking in danger, but they're the decisions that you've got to make in finals.
What a game in the conditions. Ball up. Tap one by Van Meel. Tried hard today. Spiteri got it to Baker. Dangerous. Right. Off hands. Loose ball. Dangerous. Howard tackled. Ball up. Adjacent to the behind post. Darley deep in attack.
So Myers sitting dangerously on the 50.
So the sun was out 3 minutes ago. Now you almost need the lights on. 48 apiece. Van Meel tried hard all day. Won the tap. Spiteri. High. No.
And in the back.
Ball
but
up.
No. It's good umpiring. It's all square. Yeah, Spiteri probably playing for the free kick. And speaking of playing for free kicks, there's a bit going on off the ball.
Right, quick hands, Baker. Cross the face, force it. And Howard ends up forcing it. Over the line, out of bounds at the fist.
Good result for Darley, I would have thought. 3-on-1 there, that contest.
So the rain just going around. Marty Bush, must be some traffic cops. They're just...
You can't see Mount Buninyong now. It's gone.
Yes, your photos of Mount Buninyong are now a souvenir piece. Boundary throw in, right in the front, won the tap. Baker got Johnson to beat, bailed him up. Bewley, in fact, did well to square away a stoppage. There'll be another ball up. So near 15 and a half minutes gone in this final term. Ball up.
Who's on the move?
Tap, one by right. Johnson over the ball. Gardner hustling. Brown 2, wanted the push. Umpire didn't take the bait. There'll be a ball up.
So we're just, Darley's got one player outside 50, the loose man, which is Impey, the ruckman, while Wright takes the ruck in the pocket.
Ball up, Darley in attack. Right, grabbed it out of the ruck, got ball to boot.
Point.
That's a score.
He's gone the Daniel Wells option, like take it out of the ruck and kick it before you land.
Yeah.
16 minutes gone, final term.
Okay.
Big cheerio going out to Dane Grenfell. Premiership play with the Devils. Tuning in from Werribee.
If he a bit toey.
Yeah, well.
Thongs on.
Bring the dog in.
Brown's going to the outer side with this.
Yeah.
Bring the dog in, Dane. The weather's coming your way, my friend. Kick in. Out of defence wasn't bad.
Impey.
Fired the hand pass out. Oh, that's nearly a sling up. Let it go. They're out here at East Point. Hurry kick there from Cairns. Favoured Mole, and he's got some toe. Cadman went to ground. He ran off.
Too far. Umpire's called it. Called him for the travel. First time for the year.
He's a decent junior basketballer too, young Molan, so he'd be familiar with that, the travel.
He had no one in front of him.
A journeyman to be an understatement. He did run his measure.
Touch it on the ground twice and kick it from 1 metre.
Now the rain's coming in sideways.
Torrential.
So the kick from Ward, Crawford dropped it and went the soccer. Not out of the trouble yet. There'll be a stoppage.
He took the risk too there, Brown, to go to the outer side, and they got out the back.
I wondered how East Point were going to respond to not being in front in the game, and they did something different, which says to me, clever players taking over this game by East Point. They're playing the attacking side for them.
Chance here for Matty Johnson, tries to bail his way. He's been paid a push.
That's not a free kick in the scheme of things.
That's tackle with momentum, isn't it?
So he wastes no time and he plays on. He goes into the pocket. Oh, we're looking there towards Merritt. They're not out of trouble yet here, the Devils. High up and under kick to the danger zone. Robinson, the fly, got a bit of it. Oh, Cairns kick smothered. Gardner with the spoil. Kick across the body from Johnson. Went across the face. Players set themselves. Ground ball. Need to be clean here, the Devils. They tried to get out of trouble. Umpire calls play on. Kick with the outside of the right boot was a territory gain. Right at the back. Couldn't take the mark. Look out. The tackle was ferocious to square away a stoppage. And there's every player from broadcast centre wing to the East Point end.
Great pressure.
Going hammer and tong.
Probably holding the ball earlier.
Ball up, tap one by Van Meel. Devils need to be clean. Fawcett gathered, then dropped it. Brown went the percentage soccer. Cairns hand pass, tried to keep it in, couldn't. Off hands over the line, boundary throw in. Darley lead by 1 point. 6:13:49 to East Point 6:12:48. 18 and a half minutes gone.
Brett back on the ground now.
Rain starting to fall. Tap one by Van Meel. Rodder Moronis, he's been a soldier.
Okay, who's going to
inside
stand
mid
up?
today.
Both sides, they've got about 12 minutes left in their season. If
Ball
they
up.
can't get over the line.
Impey. Tap, only went as far as Cairns. High up and under kick, will let it go backwards in the end. Couldn't pay the mark. Johnson tackled, dispossessed. They're not out of trouble yet here. Chance here for Rodder Moronis. Loose ball, Baker somehow ended up in his possession. Swarm of players around the footy. Blow the whistle. Thanks, umpire. There'll be a ball up 51 metres away from the East Point goal.
Both teams have been so brave, so courageous. Who's going to make the difference here?
So we've just got the outside of that shower. Thankfully, Van Meel won the tap. Chance for Denham. He's tackled, taken to the ground. Bewley slung to the ground. Umpire called play on. Chance for Cadman. Threw it on the boot into the middle of the ground. Matricardi's got a couple to beat. Brown got an important spoil. They got numbers here, East Point. Q was strong to knock it forward. Then he went to ground. Opened the door for Willems. He gathered. He was dispossessed. Umpire called play on. Canny was tackled. Without it in the end, they're out here. Inglis can take a bounce on a slippery deck, but he takes the percentages and sends the ball into attack. Howard couldn't take the mark. Right at a couple to beat, and Brown saved the day. Sent the ball wide and found Fraser. Terrific kick from Brown, who marked just inside the boundary line.
It's a great contest by Wright there, 2-on-1. He nearly got through on his own to the goals.
So Fraser wastes no time to outer centre wing. Johnson the fly couldn't impact the contest. Myers' hand pass was cut off. Need to be quick, Jeffrey. Gather was clean by Rodamaronis. He's looked dangerous. Sent the ball forward. Merritt and Ward. High bounce in favour of either player. Where are the reinforcements? Oh, the tackle was heavy. He's gone to ground. There'll be a ball up. Cadman was tackled heavily. Taken to the ground there by Merritt. He's taking his time to get up. No surprise there. Darley lead by a point. 49 metres away from the East Point goal. All-important clearance. Van Meel won the tap. Joel Cadman went boundary side to the handball.
Important contest, this one.
Matty Johnson went to ground cleverly. Bailed up there by Baker. Did well not to infringe. And there'll be a ball up 60 metres away from the Darley goal.
I'd be 1-on-1 now if I was a defensive coach.
21 and a half minutes gone, final term. Rodamaronis again.
On the full.
That's ended up on the netball courts.
He's been a tyrant. You could just see him. He's just at every stoppage he's getting a possession.
Yeah. I think even Darley had a crack at Rodamaronis. The computer says no. He's just been a loyal commodity for East Point after the year up at the Murray.
Well, they could do worse than putting 2 Darley players on him now.
So to be Bewley, lowered the eyes and found Adam Azzopardi. Luck's a fortune. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. So he wastes no time. Sends the ball forward. Now Wright's got a couple to beat. Oh, nearly. Force it. Release the ball by head just in time. Not out of trouble yet here at East Point. Denham went back to Hovey. Got ball to boot. The smother was terrific from Dodd. Howard got it over the top. Searching for Q. Cadman couldn't gather cleanly. Johnson could. Kept it in.
It's all point here.
Myers had it knocked away by Geordie Johnson cleverly. Chance here for Molan. Sent the ball forward. Matty Brett on one leg was terrific. Somehow got boot to ball. High up and under. Hovey. Staying down with Spiteri. Swinging a miss. Force it. Can he make a hero of himself? Tips it over the top. Inglis.
Wow. Great vision there from the young kid. Could have just blazed away there, but no, lowered his eyes, popped it over the top to his teammate. Hovey took far too long to kick the ball there in the smother. East Point nearly up and out, but recovered well the Devils' defence. Matty Brett, what a performance on one leg with that.
He took a risk and it paid off, Brett. That was fantastic football.
Harley Inglis.
I assume Fawcett is a left footer.
For his second goal of the afternoon.
It's a goal.
Inglis, a 3-time premiership player with the Devils, gets some separation for the black and white. And they move to an all-important 7-point lead here at Marty Bush. 23 and a half minutes gone, final term.
Well, good poise from young Fawcett, who picked up the ball 45 metres out. Entitled to probably have a ping. He's a half forward. His forward pressure's been good, but he's been down on statistics. But if you're going to have 4 or 5 effective ones, one of them might as well be.
Well, he's just dangerous all the time.
Would have been entitled to get a rush of blood there, but showed good composure.
Kept his feet.
Ball up, Hovey. Rodamaronis again. Wanted the hold denied. Spiteri gathered, sent the Devils into attack, into the right direction. And the mark taken there by Howard.
What a good mark.
So Howard will clear. He'll go down the middle of the ground. It's a rarity this afternoon. Johnson in front.
So
what a grab.
Lahura had to kill that ball. He left his man and didn't didn't impact the contest.
So Matty Johnson wastes no time going forward. It's a good attack on the ball by Duncan Cadman. They knock it forward. McDougall, he can run into an open goal here.
And he will.
Shot on goal.
Goal.
He's put it through. We're back to a 1-point ball game.
It's been a bit of a damn wall the last 15 minutes, and East Point have finally broken through.
Yeah, they've probably earned that goal this term, given their fight into the breeze.
It just shows you the risk that you take, though, in a marking contest if you're not prepared to kill the footy and then get it to ground where your players can, possibly make territory or get a good possession. And Lahure just did not do that there in that situation.
It was a fantastic mark.
Ball up, Hobie grabbed it out of the ruck and held. Umpire called play on, purely shoving the hand pass out. All important gather here. Ward, had it knocked away from him. He was stripped of the footy, but his commitment was good. He was tackled, taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up.
Good commitment by Mitch Ward. He's had a beauty.
25 and a half minutes gone. Final term.
One of Darley's best.
Darley with just got to a 7-point lead, but they got the response. The Kangas, the Never Say Die Kangas. Rodham Moronis, he's just been an absolute star today.
Over the back here.
Ground ball, Baker, Bewley. Bewley says, I'll have it. Sends the ball forward. Is it online? It is!
Who knew?
The Kangas have been Bewleyed here at Marty Bush.
To quote Matty Hill, cometh the moment, cometh the man, and boy, did he drill that.
55 out on the run, and the dual Henderson medalist loves those.
I know it's a cliche, but that's a great captain's goal, isn't it?
Yep, indeed. Especially 26 and a half minutes into a final quarter to be able to just have that power and composure
Yeah, it was
and concentration to get it done.
There's a collective breathing out of the midfield champions of East Point then.
So Bewley gets an all-important goal at the Lover Duck end in this final term. Tap won by Hovey. Matty Johnson's kept trying. There's Rodham Moronis again. They're going to have another crack at getting another response in front. Jeffrey had plenty of it. Paid the mark, said the umpire. 27 minutes gone, final term. Jeffrey sends the ball into attack. Players set themselves. Gardner dropped what he probably should have taken. And there'll be a ball up 35 to 40 metres around from the East Point goal. They're in attack. They're into the breeze. And they trailed by 7 points.
So every quarter's gone 33 minutes. It's 27 into this quarter, Todd. So about 6 minutes left, I'd reckon.
Ball up. Tap one by Hovey. Found Denham. It carries the ball over the line for a boundary throw in.
I don't know what Denham was looking for to turn on his right foot there.
No, he was just looking to get it over the line.
Yep.
Carry it over and let momentum, the body contact, help him on its way.
All right.
Boundary throw in. Hovey in front, won the tap on that occasion. Swarm of players around the footy, and there'll be a ball up. So now the sun is streaming down. We'll bat.
All players on the East Point half. Geordie Johnson and Ruckman for East Point are the two spares for the dump kick.
Taylor was terrific. Right foot kick into the danger zone. Matty Brett intercept mark on the last line.
Needs to go.
Thought he might have gone with a switch there quickly.
He needs to go switch because...
Well, he's going to go onto the left.
East Point have got two spares here at this contest.
Johnson the fly, nearly took mark of the year. Hurry kick forward by Slater's a good one. Found Matty Johnson. Took an uncontested mark. The smother from Baker was terrific. Geordie Johnson was there. Sent the ball forward.
To Mark.
The mark's been taken there by Jones. Don't tell me.
Great mark.
So Jones, the mark of his life. Shot on goal, he missed it.
It wasn't an easy kick. 29-minute mark last quarter. It wasn't an easy kick. He's kicking it into a howler. He's just hooked it.
Was almost Isaac Heaney-like Johnson there, wasn't he?
Score anyway.
Yep, and the goal of difference.
So they got it in their front half. They got a deep in attack at East Point.
Extra time for a draw, Toddy?
Oh, please. Myers, thundering kick. Johnson trying to take mark of the year again. That time it was Matty. Clever little tap from Slater. Found Taylor. Bewley got an awkward bounce. Baker needs to be clean. He was tackled, taken to the ground. Right call, ball up, half forward. for East Point.
It's Jeffrey just slipping out the back here.
29 and a half minutes gone, final term. Darley lead by 6 points. East Point have it in their front half, 70 metres from goal. Hovey won the tap. Umpires picked out a free kick here.
Advantage.
They paid the advantage.
No, they're bringing it back. No, they paid the advantage.
Yeah, Baker's just remonstrating with the umpire, wondering what's up. Now, Merritt, you couldn't wish for it to be in better hands. He'll kick from 49 metres out from goal. Into the breeze. Kicks on its way.
Great
Don't
kick.
tell me. Merritt, he's put it through. Scores level here at Marty Bush.
30 minutes gone. Scores a level. What a goal.
How important
no
is this
surrender.
centre clearance? How important?
That's the best goal you will ever see.
That was a great kick. Hard, low, direct.
Wow.
Beautiful kick.
8-13-61 plays 8-13-61. Confusion for Harley Inglis there. Not sure whether to go forward or back,
Well,
but they work it out.
He's gone back and around the square as a spare.
So there'll be a ball up here. Van Meel and Hovey. Hovey won that tap. Ground ball. All important clearance here. Bewley shoveling it out to Spiteri. He can run to half forward. Send the ball forward. Right. Force it. Right. Couldn't hang on to the back. Went to ground. Gave it over to Inglis.
He's kicked
It on the full. Can you believe it?
From 20 metres out, great pressure from East Point to push him as he kicked.
Ball come back into play. Jeffrey at the back, strong mark.
Uncontested.
In front there by Jones, who's been good.
That's poor to not have a contest in that situation.
So Jones with ball in hand. Goes along the line to outer centre wing. Aerial all important.
Free kick,
Hovey,
East Point.
obstruction. There, that was there.
Absolutely.
So Johnson now with ball in hand, wastes no time. Sends the ball forward to half forward. Players set themselves. Brett on one leg. He's in a bit of strife here. Knocked it backwards. Did okay. The gather was good from Taylor.
That's holding the ball.
Good pressure there from the Devils to square away a stoppage. 49
yes.
metres away from the East Point goal.
We could be going to extra time here, lads. I think it's a 3-minute break and then 5-minute quarters with time on, 5-minute halves with time on each way.
32-minute mark.
Yeah, they better get another pipe out, Melton, because they've probably finished the first one this afternoon. All important clearance, hack forward. Bouncing ball.
Merritt was there.
Eludes Merritt on that occasion. He's the most dangerous man by foot inside. East Point's foot front up forward 50 at the moment.
Can they do it last kick again of the day for East Point?
61 apiece. Quite a similar scoreline to last week also. Boundary throw in. Tap one by Van Meel. Shark by Mitch Ward. Got plenty on the kick. Fawcett and Thompson. Loose ball opportunity. Good pressure there from both sides. There'll be a ball up. Attacking side of the middle of the ground for East Point.
Couldn't be long left, nearly 33 minutes.
Umpire's called time off, has he?
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Now to be Hovey, Van Meel, ground ball, Johnson, good tackle from Baker. Denham went to ground. Johnson fell over. Oh, it's desperate stakes here. Tired bodies. Half forward, there'll be a ball up.
We're standing about 10 yards away from Melton coach Troy Scoble. He'd be rubbing his hands at this sort of stuff for the toil that it's taking on these players.
Tap one by Hovey. There'll be another stoppage.
East Point will be happy to kill it and go extra time.
They'll cop the draw here.
Absolutely.
East Point, that's for sure.
Attacking side of centre for East Point.
Ball up. Hovey won the thump. Johnson, fake for the high. Denham over the footy. Ronaronis tackled. Bailed up. Nearly holding the ball. Gathered by Van Meel. Danger, danger. Myers got a hand on the ball. Shark there by Dodd. Kept it in front of him. Somehow got boot to ball. Andy has a party. Got boot to ball, luckily.
Inglis.
Bouncing out in the direction of Inglis. Foot race on. Can he
kick it?
Quite sharp. Inglis, a bit like that last kick, sort of off to the right.
Oh.
One bounce over the line for a throw in. Centre wing out of side.
I'm not sure if he got to that mark on the full there. Maybe just bounced in front of him and out for a throw in.
Yeah, this quarter's Feedicum gone longer than an episode of Neighbours. We've gone 35 minutes. Boundary throw in. Out of centre wing. It'll be Impey and Van Meel.
Impey grabbed it out of the ruck. Kicked it sideways. I don't know who this is going to favour. The bounce will come into it. Spiteri knocked it forward, got it back, sent it forward. 4 on 2. Oh, Fawcett, that's a hold. Umpire said no. Ground ball.
Siren.
And the siren sounds. It's a draw.
Extra time.
Time for another thunderstorm. How about that? 8:13:61 apiece. How courageous East Point to deny Darley with the breeze.
Yeah, it took something special, and Jackson Merritt came up with the special. A goal from 35 metres out into a howling gale.
Haven't got the BFL bylaws on me here for extra time, but I think it would be a no more than 3 minute break, and then they'd have to switch ends, 5 minutes each end with time on, I would think.
Brett Bewley and Matty Johnson just establishing how it's going to play out. So Darley, who had the last shot on goal, kicked the ball out of bounds on the full.
And Fawcett nearly made...
So it became a draw.
Fawcett nearly became a hero with that last gasp attempt. But we have a draw. 8:13:61 apiece. Wow. What a preliminary final we've seen unfold. Still waiting on the goal umpires to check the score, but I think they're spot on despite some moments on the scoreboard in the early part.
I think they're about to signal the correct way. Okay, so what a game.
Yeah,
What a game of
indeed.
football.
Stick with us by the BFNL Match Centre and the vision brought to you by the Red Onion Media Group. What an entertaining game of footy we've had. Darley just unable to get it done with the breeze in the final term, Maggot.
Yeah, unbelievable. A couple of situations there where, you know, they looked like Inglis was going to snap the ball over his head and put it through for a point, but the pressure of, I must say, kicking against the wind, the pressure of East Point this quarter has been relentless. And now that it's turned into a one-on-one game, you know, the use of the footy has been a lot different, but the contest in close has been really hard, and East Point have applied enormous pressure to Darley, and Darley that's resulted in Darley not being able to get a lot of scoring opportunities.
Yeah, East Point, of course, led by just 2 points at three-quarter time. So to be able to match it with the Devils in that final term, it's a formidable effort, as we're not far off a restart here for the 5th quarter, if you don't mind. It'll be the first time I've said that this year.
So
a game played in 3/3.
2 goals each in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you did touch on off-air, Clark, at three-quarter time. It'll take East Point to match the Devils' 2 goals that they got into the breeze, and they were able to get it done in that final term.
Yes, absolutely. So goal kickers to this point, for what it's worth, Geordie Johnson 2, Merritt 2, McDougall, M. Johnson, Robinson and Jeffrey 1 each for points.
Interesting move here. Rhoda Moromis has gone forward for East.
Great move. Duncan Cadman going with him. Myers on Jeffrey. 1-on-1.
Siren starts in extra time here. Ball up. Chance here for Cairns. Left boot sends East Point into attack. Rhoda Moronis the target. Knocked away from him by Cadman. Attack on the wall was good for him. Geordie Johnson. Good defensive pressure there from Myers, and Duncan Cadman to square it away, and there'll be a ball up 45 metres out from the East Point goal.
So East Point kicking with a 2 or 3 goal breeze here.
Ball up, won by Van Meel. Rhoda Moronis, who's gone forward at the start here. Ward had a kick ricocheted away from him. They knocked the ball forward. Merritt couldn't pick it up. Molan could, and he sticked the goal! What a start for the Kangas with the breeze.
And the stadium erupts in the afternoon sunshine of Ballarat. East Point have hit the front again. Great goal from stoppage. They just kept it alive.
Good player. And Dalesford have won the Central Highlands. A bit of an anti-climax comment given the context of what's unfolding in front of us here, but for our Central Highlands fans. Ball up, back in the middle of the ground. Impey won the tap. Next clearance, all important. Impey wanted the hole, didn't get it. Matty Johnson been very good in this, well, we'll call it third. So too, Geordie Johnson knocks it to the advantage of Jeffrey. Got it over the top to Molan, who's been the hero! And the finisher!
It's a super handball release to get it to Molan for his second goal in a minute. That's the margin.
Near 2 minutes gone in extra time.
Centre clearance is just so important in a situation like this. I mean, if you can get, that clearance and that territory to make scoring opportunities, it's a huge advantage, because even though the next half is 5 minutes, not a lot of time to make up that ground.
Ball up, back in the middle. Impey in the ruck. Flew early, won the tap. Can he get the follow-on? Well, he did, but it ricocheted into the hands of Cairns, who got it to Merritt. Underground hand pass meant for Johnson, dropped it. Umpire called play on. Chancellor Ward together, just took his eyes off it, but did gather. Denham, hot footy, got it to Baker. Tumbling kick, Brown leading into the race for the ball, and took
Got it.
Intercept mark at half-back. Denham in a world of hurt right in the middle of the ground. So he'll just chip it over the top, and the kick's okay.
Just got to be skillful here at his point.
Found Howard on the right boot. He'll get it towards half forward. Molan at the back.
Unmarked.
He's had a big couple of minutes, the kid, hasn't he?
Indeed. He goes with the right foot into the pocket. Merritt. Not beyond him. 55 metres out from goal with a breeze at his back.
Yeah, so Molan just trailed in behind the pack, and it just carried that extra few metres with the breeze. Took the mark uncontested. Found Merritt.
Merritt gets plenty on the kick. It'll get to the goal square. Players will set themselves. Good fall there by Impey. Molan tackle taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up.
If I was Impey, I might have been hitting that the other way. He's brought it forward to the top of the goal square.
Yeah, ball up. Impey won that tap. Ground ball all important. Lahure over the footy. Stacks on the mill, rugby-like. There'll be a ball up, 15 metres out from the East Point goal. They lead by 12 points.
20 people at the stoppage.
Ball up, tap one by Impey. Andy has a party, couldn't gather. Myers, use of the body. Now Andy has a party gathered.
Grabbed by the leg.
The tackler.
Tackled by the leg.
And there'll be a ball up, 25 metres out from the East Point goal.
McDougall taking Matt Brett away from the contest here and now trying to beat him back to the goal square.
Impey again, won that tap, but to no advantage. Chance for Cairns. How did he do that? Off to the circus. Ground ball opportunity here. Again, a swarm of players around the footy.
Great contest by Duncan Cadman.
There'll be a ball up.
He went 3 times. 3 balls in dispute there.
So Impey and Van Meel to contest this ruck duel. Impey won the tap. Johnson. Baker got it to Ward and gone.
Yep.
And they're off with the advantage.
Jeffrey.
Cruised across the front. Took a nice grab. Good footy craft. Good forward craft. He'll go back and have a shot on goal here.
Smart play to take the advantage and not wait for Darley to reset.
Well, the Devils are just out on their feet. All momentum with East Point. Tick over 5 minutes gone. No, Jeffrey. Chance to kick East Point's 3rd goal in extra time with the breeze. Kicks on its way.
It's a goal.
And East extend here in a purple patch. In extra time. They've kicked 3 straight with the breeze. And they lead by 18 points. The Devils are out on their feet.
His second goal, crucial.
Near 6 minutes gone. So if the opportunity has gone for the Devils, they'll be left lamenting that fourth quarter when they were unable to close it out. Ball up. It'll be Impey and Van Meel, who spent high minutes, near all in the ruck. He's been soldier-like. Hair pass fight out there by Bewley. Cairns has been important in this final, in this fifth term. Extra time. Lahoure sends the ball to half forward. Under the ball there was Fraser, and knocked away from him. Good pressure from Gardner. Dodd got the footy though. Gave the footy off, and they went along the line with the right boot. Too much on the kick, out of bounds on the full.
Wondering if Hovey might be injured. Hasn't been in the ruck at all this quarter.
6 minutes 45 gone in this first part of extra time. And they nearly made a meal of that, the Devils. Now look at that. That was hopeful rather than anything else. Turnover.
That is a meal.
They're their own worst enemy. Right foot kick inside 50. Matty Brent and McDougall. And it's seen over the line for a boundary throw in. They've had a fair duel today, those two. East Point lead by 18 points. Devils seemingly bereft of options going forward. Indecision. Tired decision making. And East Point with all the momentum. Throw in. Van Meel. Impey. Van Meel won that tap. Myers went without it. Good pressure. Keeping his feet there was Taylor. Shoveled the ball out. Chance here for Merritt. Loose ball opportunity for Baker. Timed the kick well, but it's going to come back. And it'll be Fraser with ball in hand on half forward.
I'd just be standing next to someone.
So near 8 minutes gone.
8 minutes ticking over now.
Right foot kick goes to the danger zone. Impey in front, took a strong mark.
Strong mark.
Got to get a switch here.
So he'll get it over to Mitch Ward, who's kept trying. Siren sounds for a half-time of extra time. 11-13, 79 East Point, Darley 8-13, 61.
It's a straight changeover here, I would think. No coaches coming back out to talk to the players. Straight changeover, get into your positions, get on with it.
Before the world ends, have you seen what's coming? Have a look at that.
Yeah. Snow season hasn't finished in Ballarat, but East Point have kicked the last 4 goals of this football match to be 3 goals clear now with 5 minutes of playing time remaining. So, have the Devils got one more solid 5 minutes in them? Can East Point hold them out? Merritt organising the troops to be the spare player off half-back.
So the Devils need to be composed with their time spent in possession.
Myers into the ruck.
Minimise the anxiety as Myers goes into the ruck. Ground ball opportunity for Bewley, and it knocked away from him. Shark there by Taylor. Bewley saw, he's in the middle of the ground. Foot race on here. Chance here for Molan, who's been instrumental in this final half. Chance here for Taylor. Find the hand pass out to Jeffrey. Left foot kick across the body. Crawford, no. Robinson, gathered. Broke the tackle nearly. Look out, Rodder Moronis. Important point.
It is.
There we go. The first score of Against the Breeze.
Yeah.
Now we'll see what Darley's made of.
Ward brings the ball back into play. Kick meant for Bewley. Cut off by Johnson, who is desperate. Chance here for Fraser. Quick hands. Got it over to Johnson. Ball goes forward. Oh, Matty Brett. Courage. Intercept mark. Needs to get the ball going.
Duncan.
And he goes down the middle of the ground and found Duncan Cadman. Indecisive. Lazy hand pass. Inglis. Great vision. Got it over the top to Andy Azzopardi. Didn't spend it before he got it. Did well. Sent the ball forward towards Brian Matricardi. But they got numbers back there, East Point.
5 on 2.
Really got to be coming to the footy in that situation.
Yeah. If you're 4'8", you do
Especially,
need to lead up.
especially when you're outnumbered deep like that.
Yeah, lead up.
So they'll come broadcast side.
I'll get it.
So it'll be Bewley with ball in hand, who put the Devils 7 points up in that final term. Squaring kick. Myers!
Myers marks. 20 out.
I just said it.
Someone just let
We
it the
just
ball.
saw it.
You've just got to come to the footy in that situation.
Who knew?
Well, it helps when there's a bloke like Brett Bewley kicking the ball
Yes,
to you.
absolutely. But, that's a better option than just kicking it long and hoping for the best.
Myers, goal. They get one back, the Devils.
Get one back. We're into the second minute.
Well, it's the third. We were a bit slow to hit that. But, let's have a look. We're back to a
13 points.
13-point ball game. 11-14-80, East Point. Darley 9-13-67.
So there you go. Myers freed up by getting into the ruck there.
So he's gone forward, Impey into the ruck. There's the fly for the big fellow on the tap. Got it to Bewley. Out of the middle. High up and under kick. Merritt in front. Myers! Oh, couldn't quite hang on to it. They got numbers here, East Point. Under pressure, Crawford. Somehow got it to Baker. Quick hands to Bewley. No! Kick smothered. Second effort was good by Bewley. Wanted the push denied. Crawford gathered. Tackle taken. Ridden into the ground. There'll be a ball up. 51 metres out from the Darley goal.
It's not time for a brave umpiring decision to decide the game.
Crawford. He's battered.
He is. He's very sore. Got a sore knee.
Ball up.
Banged up.
Van Meal on the tap.
Left.
Joel Cadman sent it forward. Robinson just snuck back there. Get some sun and found the footy.
Well, he wasn't the only one that snuck back there. There were 10 East Point people inside.
So he sends the ball towards broadcast centre wing. Gardner the fly, got a little spoil on the footy. East Point got numbers on the outside. Territory gain kick there from Cairns. Will that be paid deliberate?
Yes.
Oh, he's paid it.
He's paid it. First one today.
So Gardner needs to get the ball rolling.
Duncan Cadman knows the mark.
Bewley read it best. Was a weighted kick, and he plays on. Left foot kick. Goes out wide in the Azapati direction. Oh, stretch. Good spoil by Brown. Myers with the chase. But Brown got the territory gain away. Dribbling ball to out of centre wing Andy Azapati. On Molan. Needs to feed the hair pass. Got it to Bewley. He's been instrumental in this last part. How about the spoil?
Great intercept.
Well done. They're away here. Geordie Johnson kick smothered by Baker. Soccer from Jeffries.
Spread.
Percentage has been taken by both sides. Tumley kicked it forward. Brett's put forward. He had a couple to beat. Johnson did the roving and pumped the ball out of centre wing.
They're all in the back 50 now. They're all in.
I'll get it. So Impey finally does. And sends the ball to a 3-on-1. Robinson flies. Takes it basically a contested mark against his own man in the end.
Yeah, everyone's pretty tired.
Yeah. And all the systems gone out of this game.
Yeah.
So Robinson pumps the ball to out of centre wing. Impey.
Great mark by Impey. He needs
Important grab,
give it
plays
off.
on. Went by hand to Lahoure. He's on centre wing. Sends the ball forward. Myers!
Got it!
So he goes back.
He needs to take his time. There is time to kick a goal and then have another stoppage.
So Myers, 40 metres out directly in front, kicks on its way. He snuck it through, straight through the middle.
It's a goal.
There's a pulse.
7 points is the margin.
10-13-73, Darley trail East Point 11-14-80.
So Darley have worked out if they can kick the ball to the 30-metre mark, there's a chance of a marking contest. They've got Brett, Wright and Myers now inside 50.
So we're back in the middle of the ground. Impey's been important in this second part of extra time.
Need to try and isolate Myers in the forward line here.
Ball up, he won the tap. Only as far as the ruckman who just sent the ball wide. Willems leads into the race for the ball. Can he keep it in? He can, just. They'll take that, the Devils. Bewley might have caught one high. No.
Throw in.
There'll be a boundary throw in right in front of the East Point coach's box. They lead by 7 points. Probably 5 minutes gone of the, or a tad more of the extra time here. Throw in.
Yeah, this needs to be a clearance for...
Van Meal been great. Probably been in their
clearance.
best. Chance here for Cairns, who just went into the tackle, took the body contact, and there'll be a ball up. 7-point lead to East Point. I said to you boys, though, on the way up in the car, I punched all the numbers in and it's spat out an East Point win by 5 points.
Impey now has got to come up with something different to the palm down at his feet.
Yeah, just got to knock it to space and hope for the best.
Clear the stoppage, get someone on the run.
Ball up. Impey did that. Got it to Denham, to Ward.
He's away.
He's on his right boot, sends the ball forward. Matt Riccardi had it knocked away from him by Fraser.
Yeah, well, two guys took care of right, so Fraser could come in and take a chest mark, but he chose to punch it out of bounds.
So 2 years ago, Darley defeated East Point in elimination final by 1 point at City Oval. And it's going down to the wire again. Another nail biter. Prelim final this time. Throw in. Impey won the tap. Chance for Ward. He's been paid the push.
And 50. Look at the boys. No, not a 50. But Mitch Ward has received a free kick.
He needs to get the ball moving. And he gets plenty on the kick. Matty Brett's at the back. Had it knocked away from him. Myers could have been pushed. Umpire called play on. And then that was a push too, but the umpire didn't pay that. And the siren sounds! And East Point are off to the grand final!
They win by 7 points.
In an absolute nail-biter.
What a mighty effort.
That is a massive effort by the Kangas, who led by 2 points with a quarter to play into the breeze.
Unlikely.
And were able to do enough to square away the contest with a draw at full time. And extra time has prevailed thereafter and favoured East Point, who move into a grand final meeting with Melton, 11-14-80 to Darley 10-13-73. What a game, full respect for both sides.
Well, Myers was gallant in that overtime period for the Devils. He finished with 4 goals in a tight game. It's a good effort. Wright's kicked 3, Bewley 2, but it wasn't enough.
He was certainly their most influential player today, Myers. Did it at both ends of the ground.
Well, Brett Bewley and Brady Wright, they put the Devils up by 7 points on 2 occasions in that final term. But to the credit and the tenacity and the fight of East Point, they were able to find a way. McDougall with a dribbling opening goal.
It's going to be on here.
And Merritt with the finish from 40 metres, so terrific. All honours with East Point, Clark.
Yeah, I think if you're an East Point supporter or sponsor, you'd be buying Jackson Merritt whatever he would like, drink of choice after the game, because it was an amazing shot on goal. They'll love to see the replay of that one. If they can go on with it and convert this into a flag, what a crucial piece of play that was.
17 of the 21 goals of the game kicked to the Lover Duck end, the left of screen. And it's full respect shown there by both sides. It was quite heated for the most part, especially at the halftime break. But after that, it was all down to survival of the fittest. I'm not, with all respect to the Devils, I'm not sure how well they would have come up next week, given a handful of the boys that are quite lame and out on their feet.
Yeah, the week would have been all about recovery, Toddy. I would think there'd be some very, very sore boys in that side, and you know that's going to play an integral part in East Point's preparation as well, I think, because Melton are primed. They got no injuries, healthy list, and it's going to take all their might and will to get over the line next week, East Point.
So we get a rematch of the 2018 Grand Final between East and Melton, but this time it'll be decided at City Oval in 7 days' time in a most entertaining affair, a seesawing one at that. Both sides had their chances, but in the end, it was East Point who took their moments to win a thriller here at Marty Bush Stadium. The final scores, East Point 11-14-80 have defeated Darley 10-13-73. So before the world ends and this storm from God knows where sweeps through Marty Bush, we'll protect the equipment and ourselves and bid you a good afternoon on behalf of Clark Whelan, Grant McMillan and Cam the cameraman and myself, Todd Whelan. We bid you all a good afternoon. Congratulations to East Point. You're off to a grand final.